Father God, I pray and ask that you help me to have mercy on others the same way I would want you to have mercy on me. Father God, I also ask that you help me to be quick to forgive and slow to get angry. Amen, amen, amen. These young dudes out here don't respect shit until you put the barrel in their ear and let the text spit. I just might catch a case on my next hit, remove their whole face on some special effect shit. So show respect, Drake, or I'ma have a flashback. Digging through the dresser like fuck it, where my mask at? Then mash back with the banger and damage shit and say fuck everything I learned in anger management. Hop back on some east side managed shit and push a nigga's top back when I let the cannon spit. Start planning shit, premeditation. I'm in love with the streets again, rededication. Casket or cremation when I shoot you down. I was built for the smoke like a hookah lounge. I keep big shit that sound like a bazooka sound. And I shoot quicker than ain't gotta be a hoop around. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Rock 3 straps. A ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Rock with the 3 straps. A ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Gun on me, it ain't never for show. Homie, I'm far from a bully, but I'm never a hoe. Get out of line, my Beretta will blow. Real talk, we can take the beef wherever we go. I bring it to your front door like I'm Uber Eats. I guarantee you listen up when this Ruger speaks. Plus I maneuver through these streets like a ghost, and I'm handy with the heat. I cook a nigga like a roast. On me, this is not a boat. Still come through, boy, and stop a nigga's post. Play him close, man, Eric will ease it. Quickly off the waistband, man, and Eric will squeeze it. Leave you niggas laid out dead or paraplegic. Niggas playing in these streets while I'm very strategic. I come to your house dressed like the gas man. Shoot you 9 times, leave you stretched by the trash can. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Rock 3 straps. A ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Rock with the 3 straps. A ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. I don't put shit on Facebook, I just holler in person. Put the pistol in your mouth while you hollered in person. All that shit you kept rehearsing and put on your live, got you clapped with the big 4-5. You bitch nigga, if you tell me to pull up, I'ma do that. That nigga who was whooping, first nigga that I shoot at. Ski mask on my face, bystanders be like, who that? I ain't with the talking, bitch boy, I thought you knew that. Leave his brains where my shoe at and bounce like I'm on a trampoline. Leave you laid out, nigga, like you camping on the scene. If you want something sweet, grab a peach or tangerine. Niggas won't smoke, well fuck it, I'ma let them handle steam. AR with the beam, you see the red dot? We tug on this trigger, nigga, it'll make your head pop. Blood pouring down to your shoes, call it Red Sox. Your brains hanging all over your shoulders like some dreadlocks. Expect the gang of dead ops. They ever cross the line? The Lord said in the Bible, oh, revenge is mine. So I'm just trying to find a righteous path between the two. Before I lose control and do the shit I used to do. This being humble shit is new. I'm trying to turn the other cheek, but I ain't never been a bitch, so watch your mouth when you speak. Your mercy's what I seek, so I pray on bended knees. Don't let me get the K with the extended clip and squeeze. Lord, please. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Rock 3 straps. A ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Rock with the 3 straps. A ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps.
All right, family. All right. I know y'all can hear the little bit of grunginess in my voice, man. I'm still a little bit under the weather, man, but God is blessing me, man. Let me get right into Brother Eric. Let me see. Shout out to Brother Eric, man. Go over and check him out at 16 to Life YouTube page, man. Brother has a lot of good information. Brother has a lot of good excuse me, has a lot of good information, a lot of funny stories too, man. Go check the brother out, man. He's a good brother, man. allowing us to use his music. Allowing us to use this music, man. Shout out to Brother Eric. Good dude, man. Good brother. Okay, I'm gonna pull Brother Eric down, man. Normally I could talk a little longer, man. But I'm a little under the weather, y'all. We weren't gonna have a show today, but I said I'm gonna do a quick one. You know what I mean? We're gonna just talk about what God done for you, man. If you want to come up and say, hey, God did this for me, and this is why I believe in God, or God haven't done with this for me. I don't believe in God. Whatever you want to come up here and say, let's get it going. Let's get it moving, man. But I got a bad story. I got a story, man. Talk about how blessed you are. And sometimes we have to see the misfortune of others to really understand the blessings of that we have been bestowed, man. But let me check everybody in real quick, man. Let's see. First on the docket is always our resident sniper, Risa Neal. Why you call her a resident sniper, Clarence? Well, because this is her home, and excuse me, you ain't gonna even see it coming. You know, if you come in here to play games, man, you probably not gonna see it coming. So, you know, man, just try to act like if somebody was sitting with your family at the dinner table, how would you want them to act? Just you act like that, right? And you probably won't have to even have any dealings with Risa, man, because Risa's just gonna try to keep the chat clean, keep the stage clean, and a lot of times, you know, there won't be no warnings. There won't be no warnings. There won't be no, hey, you know, stop it, slow down. You may. Depends on how she feel about it, man. But I've already talked to Risa. She knows she got a free hand to work. And, you know, even if she's on the wrong side, she's on the right side. So why would you want to get involved with somebody like that, man? Even if they wrong, they right. Just let Risa just relax. And all the other mods as well, you know what I mean? We got a lot of mods, but I think Risa's probably the captain of the ship as far as getting rid of people. So, you know, man, let's just not put these people to work, man. Let them relax. Let Risa relax, sit back in her chair and just listen. And if she want to chime in. But, you know what I mean? We don't mind you questioning us. We don't mind you challenging us. But everything has to be respectful. Once we see that the respect is gone, somebody can reach it, you ain't gonna see it coming, man. Poof, you gone, right? You either got timed out or you're done for the day. You know what I mean? So just and I think we all want you to be able to chime in, but you gotta have that enforcer, man. You gotta have that person that's, you know, gonna look and just say, hey, look, I had to pull the trigger on that person. You know, it ain't on my mind no more, right? I don't have to worry about whether that person was playing games or not. They're out of here, right? But shout out to Risa Neal. Glad to have you in the building, sis. Good to see you as always. Who else is in the building? We got Sister Annie's in the building. Excuse me, Brother Clark. Excuse me. You talking about God? I'm coming up there. If you talking about the Lord, right? Shout out to Sister Annie. Glad to have you in the building, sis. That's another very valuable person behind the scenes, man. Y'all don't know, man. Y'all don't know. Risa and Annie, man, and Patrice, man. These are three sisters that really keep me in on track, right? Hey, Clarence, what are you doing? What's going on? See, I don't get to just jump up here and do what I want to do, man. I don't get to come up here and just do what I want to do, man. I got these sisters, man, that'll be like, hey, Clarence, what's going on? You going off the turnpike. What's going on, man? Right? So, you know, Sister Annie is one of those sisters, man. And I definitely know that she's a Taurus. And she has taken me to the woodshed a couple of times, right? She's taken me out to the woodshed a couple of times, right? Patrice and Risa too. They've all taken me out to the woodshed on a couple of different things, right? And you know, I understand, you know what I mean? Because see, this is the thing about being a family, man. You know that you're not going to see, everybody's not going to see everything the same way all the time, right? There's going to be, tempers going to flare every now and then, man. I understand that, man. But see, that's from my experience in the Nation of Islam. That's from my experience in the Nation of Islam, man, when we had really, you know, polarizing personalities in there, right? And so one of the reasons why I was selected to be be on a special post in the Nation of Islam out here in LA was because I didn't have one of those personalities, right? I could pretty much work with almost anybody's personality. You know what I mean? Because I understand that people are going to get upset and they're going to get, and then eventually we just go, everything's going to simmer down. We go find our way back to each other, right? So I don't. So I've been taking up to the woodshed by all these ladies, right? You know what I'm saying? And they all got their own way of doing it, right? So you know what I mean. But I love them, and I appreciate that, because sometimes I may not be looking at it the way a female would look at it, and I need a female to tell me, "Hey, Clarence, I know what you meant to do with this situation, but the way it came out like this." And so maybe, if you could be more sensitive to the way the females are looking at it, maybe it'll come across better, right? So, but hey, man, be thankful. Be thankful that you have people that's real enough with you that ain't gonna let you just go out there and make a hypocrite out of yourself, right? They're gonna if they think you making a hypocrite out of yourself, they're gonna stop you, or they're gonna alert you to it at least, and give you the opportunity to see it from another direction. So shout out to those sisters, but shout out to Sister Annie, and she said, "Hey man, y'all talking about the Lord? Yeah, see, well, Sister Annie, you talking about them kids, or you talking about the Lord?" She's coming up there, right? We'll see. We'll see. We ain't gonna be up here long today, man. We'll see. We'll see how I go. We'll see how I go. Shout out to Sister Eddie. Glad to have you in the building, sis. Who else in the building? Brother Arshawn. If you haven't already subscribed to Critically Drinking, man, get on over there and subscribe to Critically Drinking, man. That is a good channel right there, man. Go check them out, man. Everybody over there, Bree, Arshawn, Yella, yeah, Clash, you just saying that because you capable. Nah, you can check our records, man. Me and Arshawn, we have disagreed on many different things, right? So they don't always agree with me. Yellow Bree, they don't always agree with me. Bree sent me to the gas chamber one time, right? We were playing a game, and Bree sent me to the gas chamber, right? So hey, they don't always agree with me, but they're good people, man. And they got a different. They bring a different element to the table when we discussing some of the same thing. I might discuss something, and then you go over to Critically Drinking. Arshawn come at it a whole nother direction, whole nother way. All of them will come at it a whole nother way. And I like that we have different ways of looking at it, man. You know what I mean? Because I said, damn, man, I didn't even think about it like that. Yeah, you're right. But shout out to Arshawn. Glad to have you in the building, my brother. Good to see you. He said, "Dear God, our moderator relapse. Risa tied them out for spider." Man, I'm telling you, man, Risa ain't no joke, man. Risa ain't no joke, man. She like the wide earp of, the chat, man. You know what I mean? He be typing, watch, Clarence is gonna laugh at this. What happened? You out of there, man. Who else in the building, man? So they say, I'm starting to time on you, brother Clarence, because I can hear you all stuffed up. You see what I mean? See what I mean, man? Y'all think I come out here, I do what I want to do. I don't do what I want to do, man. I listen, man. Sometimes I do listen. I'm a Taurus. So, you got to catch me on the right day, right? Shout out to Scam Likely Show, man. If you haven't already subscribed to Scam Likely Show, get a brother a shot, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, man, maybe I ran into Scam and he was, on some other channel, just trolling. But Scam actually got some, good things to talk about. If you go check him out, man, you go see for yourself, man. But go check out Scam Likely Show. Like he's another one. He don't always agree with me. Clarence, you just capping for Scam. I'm not. All these people I send you to, I'm sending you to because I believe that you might get something from them. Now, if you don't, okay, you don't. I ain't feeling Scam, Clarence. Okay, all right. But I'm at least just send you over there. You can check for yourself, right? But shout out to Scam Likely. Good to see you, brother. Good to have you in the building. Who else is in the building? Who else is in the building? My brother Bolo TV in the village. Man. It's another good brother, right? Another brother behind the scenes. A lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, man. Brother Bolo is very valuable helper to the channel, man. Very valuable helper. And you know what I mean? So shout out to that brother. But if you haven't already subscribed to the village, we're going to talk about what God has done for you. But if you really want to get over there and get into some deep scriptures, man, and just some people that got good energy and want to just share with you, man, get on over to Bolo TV in the village, man. You know what I'm saying? We like a starter Bolo TV in the village, right? We're a starter village, right? That's the real village right there. That's where you get over there, man. They can go deeper into a lot of the things that we talk about with the Lord. You know what I mean? But you know, shout out to that brother, man. That's a good brother, man. If I sat here and told you all the stuff that this dude did for me behind the scenes, I ain't got enough time for you right now, man. But this brother is a good dude, man. Go over and check him out. Now, is he gonna get mad at you sometime? Maybe, right? maybe, man. If you start talking crazy about the Lord, he gonna be on you, man. Vaughn gonna be on you. Some of these cats gonna be on you, man. So if you got a question, he don't mind you questioning about the Lord. But you just gotta come right, man. You can't go be disrespectful. And it's the same thing here. We do the same thing basically here, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no problem about anything you gonna question us. We have no problem. As long as you're gonna be respectful about it. Now, if you may not like the answer, right? But you got to you got to let us tell you the answer, right? Can't cut us off all the time. Right? But shout out to Bolo TV in the village, man. Get on over there and check out Bolo TV and the village, man. Very, you know, it's just a good vibe based place where you can get information on scriptures, information on just life in general, man. Shout out to Bolo. Who else in the village? Excuse me. Who else is in the building? Shout out to brother Jeff Short. He said, hello, brother Clancy. Hey, shout out to Jeff, man. Jeff, another good dude, man. Good dude, man. A good brother always brings good energy to the situation, even if you got a question about something, man. Shout out to Jeff. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you in the building. Who else is in the building? Who else is in the building? I think that might be everybody. Oh, Von Bryant. Von Bryant's in the building. Said peace, joy, grace, and abundance. It's Palm Sunday. It's Palm Sunday. Shout out to Palm Sunday, man. Glad to have you in the village, in the building, Vaughn. Good to see you, man. I know once we start talking about the Lord, Vaughn is gonna come running, right? Vaughn is gonna come running. We got the Dominican route in the. Oh, thank you, man. By the way, brother John, I forgot to send out the links, man. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that right now. As soon as I get done checking everybody in, man, I'm gonna send out the links. Who else in the building, man? Shout out to the Dominican route. By the way, if you haven't already subscribed to the Dominican route, man, shout out to the Dominican route. Get on over and subscribe to the Dominican route. This brother is talking about the Dominican Republic, but he's also telling you the good, the bad, and the ugly. He tells you everything, and he tries to steer you toward the good so you can stay with the good. And then, of course, he got Rico there, who also has a place out there in the Dominican Republic. But Rico is more of the cautionary, has more cautionary tales than John. John can tell you about all of the good things and many of the good things that you can do. He'll tell you a little bit about the bad too, but he'll tell you more about the good things and where to go. And then you got Rico that'll tell you, oh no, stay from there. No, don't go there. But go check the Dominican route out, man. It's a good show. It's a good channel. And now Rico has his own channel, his own show over there. Rico has his own show over there on the Dominican route. So go check him out too, man. But anyway, man, shout out to brother John, Coach John. Glad to have him, man. Just a good dude too, man. You know, he took on, this dude, John, took on a whole orphanage, man, trying to get shoes, clothes, trying to teach him English, trying to teach him baseball, trying to teach him manhood, trying to teach a whole bunch of stuff, man, for a whole orphanage? What are we doing out here in America, man? This dude took on a whole orphanage by himself. Come on, bro. Come on. Well, Clarence, ain't you trying to get next to, Diddy? And ain't you trying to get next to all these movers and shakers? I'm already around movers and shakers. I can pick up the phone and call Brother John right now. This dude is he's saving lives over there, man. I'm already with movers and shakers. God already put me with them. I'm with Risa. I'm with Annie. I'm with Patrice. I'm with Rico. I'm with Bolo. I'm with Vaughn. I'm with all these people, man, that's doing all these things. I'm with Arshawn. I'm with all these people that's approaching all these different things in all these different ways. I'm with movers and shakers. Oh, you mean I'm supposed to be with these people that they rich, they balling out of control. We balling out of control in God, for God. If we get rich, cool, but that's not what we really, we understand, those of us that's following the path that God laid out for us, we don't look at being rich as that's the end all be all. We understand that's just another layer of responsibility. We know we didn't get rich for ourselves. That's going to be something that we have to deal with and still be able to do the things that God wants us to do. Right? That it's not like, oh, we rich. Oh, now I can just spend money. No. We understand that. Hey, no. If God make us rich, that's because a lot of that money we got to give back. We gonna have to do something with that money, right? We got to get God's program, figure out how we can improve God's program even more with that money, right? But shout out to the Dominican Root. Shout out to Coach John, man. All you doing out there for those youngins out there, man. Appreciate you, brother. Who else is out here, man? And you guys go check out the Dominican Root, man. A lot of good video out there, man. Who else? Who else is in the building? Who else is in the building? I think it is y'all that everybody has checked in. Okay, and we checked everybody in, y'all. Okay, let's get right to work. Please forgive me, y'all. One of these Sundays, I'm gonna start back doing the Black History Minute and everything. I'm gonna do all that. But right now, man, because I've been a little under the weather, man. The last couple of days I kind of just chilled out, man. It's my first day really back on my feet. I'm gonna ask. Let me ask the question. Oh, let me send my links out. Let me send my links out to the home team here. Let me send my links out. Well, I'm gonna ask the question, y'all. What has God done for you? What has God done for you? What really has God done anything for you? Clarence, God ain't done nothing for me, man. I don't know why. I would never believe in God, man. God ain't did nothing for you. Okay, come up in here and tell us how God ain't done nothing for you. Okay. Okay. We good. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what happened. What happened? How come God ain't, how is it that God hasn't done anything for you? We just want to know, right? We just want to know. Oh yeah, man, I forgot about Risa's channel. If y'all haven't sub to Risa's channel, sub to Risa's channel. See what she's talking about, right? Okay, y'all. Let me tell you what God did for me today, and then we're gonna go into the story that I got to do, and then I'm gonna let everybody come. Anybody wants to come up and tell me what God did for them. Now I don't want your whole life story. Well, God, see, when I started at 8 years old, I ain't got time for your whole life story. But you know what I'm saying? You got a couple things here and there you could talk about that really made a difference in your life. Hey, cool, no problem. All right, so this morning I got up, man. I wasn't feeling too good, right? I was supposed to go work out with the brothers. Boom. I was supposed to go out working out, fighting with them, right? But I texted him. I said, "Nah, man, I don't want to get everybody sick." So I said, "Nah, I'm not gonna." I texted him. I said, "Man, I'm not gonna come." Right. So after I did that, I kind of went back to sleep. Right. So after I got up, man, I was still a little groggy, man. You know what I mean? Because you taking this cold medicine every day, right? You see me. I was a person I never took medicine till I got sick recently. I never took medicine. I never had headaches. I had no problems, right? But now of course I have to take medication and I have to take supplements and stuff like that. So I took the I was taking this but I'm still not used to medications and stuff. So this this cold medicine that I was taking, it hits me hard, man, because that stuff hits me hard, man, because I'm not a drinker. I'm sure it has a lot of alcohol in it, but I'm not a drinker, right? And so it just boom, right? So I'm like, so I haven't taken it in probably about almost 24 hours, and I'm still feeling it, right? Still feeling the grogginess of it, right? So anyway, I was not feeling my best. You know what I mean? So I go to the gas station this morning. I go to the gas station out here in the hood. I go into the gas station. There's a dude, there's a young brother, probably about 19 years old, standing at the door, right? You know how sometimes those cats stand at the door and they open the door for everybody when you go in, right? This cat wasn't even opening the door for nobody. He was just standing there, right? And so I walked right past him, went inside, paid for the gas, came back out, and that's when they try to get you on, on your way when you're walking past, right? Hey brother, can you help me with $1? Can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? Right. So the young brother said, "Oh yeah, he said, brother, can you help me with $1? Right?" And I said to him, very cold, I was like, "I can't help you today, young man." Right? Because I was sick. I'm not feeling my best, man. So I was like, man, leave me alone, man. I'm trying to get my mind right to just go in and open up the building, right? So I'm like, man, right? Y'all, man, I'm gonna tell y'all, man. When I did that to him, and I took about 2 steps, and I could hear God saying, "Oh, that's how you gonna do my people, right? So you only gonna help my people when you feeling good. Oh, that's how you gonna do it, Clarence. Oh, okay, I got you now. I got you now. Oh, I see how you are now. So you've been talking a good game, Clarence, and now you hurting, and now you ain't feeling good, and the brother approach you for $1, and this is how you gonna talk to him?" Sister Eddie, quiet. he say, "Oh, this is how you gonna do. Okay, so we gotta wait for you to be feeling good and feeling right before you go do something, at least say something nice to the man. You ain't have to, maybe you ain't gonna give him no money, but at least you have to say something so aggressive to the man, right?" And as I walked to my car, I felt so convicted. Oh my God, man. I don't know if y'all ever felt that feeling, man, when you feel like, ooh, I just did the wrong thing. Let me fix that right now, right? So the brother asked me for $1. I got 2. I said, "Hey, I got $2, brother." I put the pump on, I pumped the pump and pump by itself. I put the pump on and I said, "Hey, forgive me, brother." I said, "Hey, listen, I have $2 for you." I said, "But here's the catch." So he reached out to grab the $2, and I said, "But there's a catch." He said, "Well, what's the catch?" I said, "The catch is you got to give me a few minutes to tell you about the Lord. That's the catch." He said, "Oh, okay, I can do that," right? Young brother said, "Oh, I can do that." But I saw his clothes was dirty. He was dirty. You know what I'm saying? He was definitely not himself, right? Not God showed me in an image that he was not, he could way look better than that. He could look way better than that, right? He was down on his luck, right? That's all this information God's given me telepathically. I wasn't, we weren't having a direct conversation, but he was giving me all this information. So I saw that he was doing a bad way. So I started talking to him. "Hey, brother, how old are you?" "Oh, I'm 19. I said, "Brother, how'd you get to the point where you out here?" I'm just asking him questions before I start talking about the Lord. I said, "Hey, can I ask you a couple questions? Wait, well, how'd you get to this situation? What happened?" He said, "My father died." He said, "My father died suddenly about 4 months ago." I said, well, what happened? Was he, in charge of the money in the house, or you lose your housing from him or whatever? And the young brother didn't want to go into it, right? He was like, well, something like that, you know what I mean? And I said, okay, brother, I understand. I lost my father when I was 19 too. You know what I'm saying? So I can relate to you, man. I was kind of going into manhood, and the person that was kind of taking me on that road was gone. You know what I mean? So I made a lot of mistakes. I tripped over myself a lot of times for a lot of years trying to figure it out, what's going on, right? Trying to figure it out on my own, right? And he said, yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. I said, well, I tell you what, brother. I said, you believe in God, right? He said, yeah, yeah, He said, yeah, you can tell me about God. I said, okay, look. I said, brother, I've been through a lot of the struggles you've been through, but I'm here because of the God. And I go into my testimony, right? And then I said, hey, brother, you could go to this location and you can get you some clothes free. You could go to this location, get you some food free. You really don't have to be out here doing this. And at the same time, you can start figuring out what you're gonna do with yourself, man, because you're gonna have to feed yourself at some point, right? And you can't depend on the generosity of others. It might be there, but you can't depend on the general. You can't demand people be generous to you. You can't demand that. They should be, right? But you can't demand that. So how are you going to get around that? Well, you have to get yourself set up so you can have a job. And so we went into that for a minute, and then I saw he started looking at the door like, man, I'm missing more money. I was like, okay, brother. I said, go get your money. I said, I just want to put some things on your mind. And thank you for allowing me to give you this money, man. Thank you for allowing me to reset that situation. I appreciate that. Boom, I was gone. Whoo! Hey, man, listen. You talk about, man. You talk about being glad that you got a second chance. Oh man, I felt so good, man. I felt so much better because I knew hey, you talk about getting God? Oh my God, Eddie, man. Listen, after I told him, no, I can't help you, young man. I'm walking. And as I was walking, my feet kept getting heavier and heavier. I just felt it, man. God was like, I see, Clarence. I see. I see. So you only gonna help people when you feeling good. Okay, I got it. I got it now. Okay, you only gonna do the work that I'm asking you to do when you feeling good. When you're not feeling good, that's an excuse for you to mistreat my people. Okay, I get, woo, all that was going through my head, Eddie. All that was going through my head, so I was like, oh no, that's not it. Let me fix that right now. I said, no, that's not it. But that, me being that plugged into what God wants for me to be doing for my mission, I'm so plugged in that when I'm off my mission, I'll know, right? I know when I'm off my mission. And God gave me the opportunity to reset that situation, right? Now here's the question, y'all. When is some time where you got so you wasn't looking at the situation properly, and God came and gave you an opportunity to reset it, and you kept on kept on pushing your program? Huh? How many of us have done that? I've done it. I've done that. Right? But see, I'm at a point now where I recognize opportunity. I see opportunities in doing things out of order or doing something that and God convict me for. I see the opportunity to get in there because God leave that opportunity open. Hey, this how you want to work it? This how we doing it, Clarence? No, this ain't how we doing it. Let me go back and read it. Let me go back and reset that situation. See, now God allowed me to reset that situation, not only for a blessing for myself, but a blessing for him. It was a blessing for him. Why? The money was nothing. Listen to me. Listen to me. The money was nothing. You think that kid really wanted the money? What that kid really wanted, what he really wanted is that somebody gave a F. Somebody gave a F enough to not only give him the money, but actually talk to him, actually give him opportunity. Now, will he follow it? I don't know. That's between him and the God. But for me, that blessing would never have went there if I had just said, well, I'm gonna just go my own way. Not only did I get a blessing for myself, but I got a blessing for him. Right? Because I said to myself, God, what if God had did that to me? What if God had did that to me? What if the people that came, all these people that came in my life, they just brushed me away? All these good people. Because I was looking kind of crazy. I was dressed kind of crazy. I was moving kind of crazy. I can't do it. Now, some of us are out here, man, we can do that. Oh, I ain't gonna talk to him because, he don't, he's a bad person. He's a this or that. You got the luxury of doing that. But a cat like me and a cat like Bolo, we don't have that option. We don't have that option. We got to go talk to that person. It's like Jesus, man. And say, hey, what you doing sitting here with these publicans and sinners? Right? We got to tell you with the senators and the doctors. What did he tell them? Hey, I came not for the righteous. These people think they got it already. I came not for the righteous, but the unrighteous. The unrighteous is the people that I came to. What am I going to accomplish sitting with the people that think they know it all already? Right? I ain't gonna accomplish nothing with them. Let me go put the people that know that they in trouble. At least ears might be open enough to see and accept the word that I'm telling them. Right? Who knows, family? I might have saved a life today. That young man, I could see it in his eyes. When I talked to him, I could see it in his eyes. It wasn't, when he got the money, it wasn't the money. It was not the money. Matter of fact, by the time I was leaving, I said, brother, I'm sorry I took up all your time. He said, no. You're good. I love to hear about the Lord. He said, no. You're good. I said, brother, I understand, but I just wanted to put something on your mind. Maybe when for time you take some time to crunch it up, you'll be ready to make a move. See? But sometimes we think, oh, they just trying to get over and get some money from us. Sometimes they are. Sometimes they are. So you got to sneak up on them. Okay, brother, I'm going to give you $1, but you got to give me a couple of minutes of your time so I can tell you about the Lord, or I can tell you about this resource or that resource. Sometimes we got to sneak up on them, man. We can't just, they see us coming. I'm going to tell you about the Lord. They see us coming that way. They just going to move out the way, right? So we got to sneak up on them, right? What the man say? I'm going to come like a thief in the night, right? We got to come in like a thief in the night sometimes. Oh, look at him. He ain't going to see. He's stumbling and bumbling in here. Look at that old man. He's stumbling and bumbling in here. He's just going to give me the money because he getting tired. He just don't want to look at me. On the contrary, bro, I did. Because I wasn't feeling good, right? till God said, hey, you talk about get hit with a lightning bolt. Boom, right? Boom. Clarence, this is how you gonna do my people? This is how you gonna do my people when you're not feeling good. Then you're gonna disrespect them when you're not feeling good. But when you feeling good, oh yeah, I'm Brother Clarence. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna get you some food. I'm gonna get you some clothes. Yeah, I'm gonna get you some backpacks. Yeah. But when you ain't feeling good, it's like, get away from me, man. I'm Brother Clarence, man. Get away from me. You can't come up next to me, right? I said, oh no. Lord, no. I said, what had happened was this, right? No, but see, the whole point I'm bringing this out to y'all is because it's never too late to try to turn a situation around. Maybe you don't. Maybe the brother might have been so offended. He would have just said, forget it. I don't even want to take the money from you. That may have happened, right? But at least I tried. At least I stepped to him. But fortunately for him, fortunately for me, we was able to exchange energy, and then the blessings of what God had for him came through me, and the blessings that God had for me came through him. But Clarence, he was dirty, and I know. So was Jesus. So was Jesus. Look how many blessings came through him. I had a blessing for him. He had a blessing for me. We was able to get with each other, and God knew it, and God put us together so we could exchange blessings to each other to improve my life. I was able to get a blessing out of that situation. But Clarence, he didn't give you no money. He didn't give you nothing. Yes, he did. He let me do what God wanted me to do. He gave me the confidence that I could do it no matter what the situation is, that I should do that. And I gave him that energy, and he gave me back God's blessings. He gave me a blessing from God that, okay, Clarence, that's more like it. That's more like it. Okay? I don't want to see you disrespecting my people. I don't care how sick you are. They don't deserve that. That was the lesson I was able to get from that situation. I don't care how sick you are, Clarence. You ain't never supposed to go out there and disrespect my people. I called you, I brought you this far so that you could help them, not judge them. Are you with me, gang? Are you with me? Okay, so let me tell you what else happens, right? So I felt so much good about that, man. I felt, whoo. I said, Risa, I was able to show God that this is my real heart. I was just hurting. I was sick. I was just hurting. But I'm done. I'm going to teach your people good. Right? I don't care how sick I am. I'm going to treat them good, right? So, I was feeling good from that, man. So I said, I got snacks here. Y'all see, man, I got my snacks, my chips, my crackers, my cookies, my little snacks and stuff I got here, right? So I'm low on snacks, right? So I said, okay, let me go up here and get some snacks and, load up on my snacks, right? Because sometimes when I'm teaching, sometimes when we're doing a live stream, man, sometimes I need something just to put in my stomach. Now, the only reason why I'm eating something now is because I'm taking medication. It's Ramadan. I'm really not supposed to be eating in these hours. But if I'm sick, God has a system in place in Ramadan where you can pick up those days later, right? So let's say today I was eating, so I can pick that day up later, right? So, but anyway, so I went to go get my snacks, right? As I'm in the place, man, as I'm in the place, I'm walking down one of the aisles, right, where you get the crackers and stuff. I'm walking down the aisle, and this brother, man, beautiful brother, man, he greets me. Hey, brother, how you doing, man? Good to see you. I don't know this dude from a can of paint. I ain't never seen this dude in my life. Hey, brother, how you doing? What's going on with you, man? I put my hand on my heart. I said, brother, I haven't had somebody greet me like that, man, that didn't know me in a while, brother. So, I thank you for that kind of energy, man, because I haven't had somebody in the brotherhood greet me like that didn't know me in a while, right? He said, that's all right, brother, and we got to talking for a minute, man. And I said, man, thank you for that blessing, man, that good energy, man. I appreciate that, right? And when I said that to him, he said, hey, brother, let me give you something. Let me give you some information. He said, me at my masjid, he said, we give away free food every Sunday, every Saturday. Every Saturday, we give away free food. I said, what? He said, yeah, we give away free food. People can come and come and get the free food. I said, really? He said, yeah, man. Cause I was as I walked into the store, man, I said, what's going on, Pagoda? As I walked into the store, I said, man, I was just thinking. I was thinking, you know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about Von Bryan. I said, man, damn, man, we need to give some food away. How can we do, I know we trying to get uh the Urban Warrior Academy going and everything, but man, we can still do over here. How can we get some food away? What can we do to make sure some people get some food, right? So I said, man, well, how can we do it? And I run into this brother, right? Hey, we give away all kind of food. We give away all kind of food. I'm like, yeah. He said, yeah, man, we give away food, man, all the time. And me and that brother was talking, and then another brother who was in the aisle with us overheard us talking. He jumped in and said, hey, brother, y'all talking about food? My church gives away food over here on I forgot what he said, 89th and Crenshaw, whatever, right? They was giving me so much information. I looked at both of them. I said, hey, brothers, I said, man, I'm not used to getting all this kind of good information all at once. I said, man, so I pull out my pen, right? I always carry a pen. I said, man, let me write some of the stuff down. So I started writing on the box of crackers, right? I'm starting right, and the brother said, no, brother, listen, I got a card. I'm gonna give you a card. And so both brothers wrote their information on the card. I got the card right here. Both of them brothers wrote all the information down and the times and everything that I need to do that. So now we can hook up with them and try to see. We could try to see how we can get some people some food. We're going to say, want to guess what holiday it is? We know already. I believe it's Palm Sunday, right? But we're probably not going to get into that. We'll go to today because I'm just going to tell what God did for me, and we're going to look at some situation that just happened last night, where what has God done for you? I don't want no opinion. I don't want your opinion. I want you to tell me what you think God has done for you, or what God has not done for you. What God hasn't done anything for you? No, Clarence, God ain't did nothing for me. God ain't did nothing for me. Man, I've been on my own since I was 16, 14, 13, whatever, right? God ain't did nothing for me. Okay. Let's hear about it. I'm willing to talk about it. I'm probably one of the few believers in God that's willing to hear the other side, right? Most of those guys don't want to hear the other side, right? I don't have no problem entertaining the other side because I already got my opinion. I already got my mind made up on what I feel, and I'm pretty sure you already have your mind made up. But we can exchange ideas, right? Anyway, I couldn't believe it, man. I said, God is the greatest, man. Here I walk into the store and my mind my thought process was, how can we give some food away this year? And I hook up with two brothers that's giving food away. I was like, so you know I'm gonna do something with them brothers, right? You know we gonna do something with them, man. We gonna set up something, man. We gonna set up something, man. We just got so it's not see, when I walked into the store, it was a million miles away. How I was a million miles away of how I was gonna give away. How we, the channel, we're gonna work together to give some food away. I was a million miles away from it. Now I'm a heartbeat away. I'm a telephone call away. Huh? Both of them gave me their number, right? Telephone call away. Good brothers, man. Good brothers. And think about this. Think about this, y'all. Usually when two or three black men get together, right? What does the conversation usually boil it down to? Money or women, right? Or both, right? It was three black men. All we was talking about was everybody was talking about what they doing for other people and how we pushing God's program through doing what we doing. That's it. And me sitting there as thankful as a rabbit that just got home from getting chased by a fox. I was just sitting, I was sitting in the bread aisle stunned. That's where I was stunned. I mean, both of those brothers said, hey, we got to take off. We got to go. It's Sunday, whatever. So I got to take off, right? He said, but call me, man. Let's get in touch. Cool. I'm standing there like, can you believe this? I was just thinking, how can we feed some people? And here these brothers turn me on to not one, but two places. God turned me on to not one, but two sources of food. Huh? See, sometimes it's not that we thinking, it's not that we thinking too big, we thinking too small. We thinking too small. And God said, man, I can't put this on you because your thinking is here. This is gonna require this kind of commitment and level of understanding, and you here. God, can we get some sandwiches? I'm here where I can plug you into the food bank. We can get 70 boxes of food every week, right? But sometimes it's our perspective. It's our perspective that's off. It's our perspective that's off. Because we think that if God do something, it's going to be like flowing rivers and everything's going to be so easy. I have a son like that. My youngest son is like that, where he thinks only things that are good, the only things from God is easy. And I have to keep reminding him, no, it's the reverse, brother. It's the reverse. The things of God are going to have work involved. The devil's going to give you stuff that's easy. You ain't got to work for it. By the time you find the hook in that, you ain't going to be, you're going to be so far down the road, man. It's going to be tough for you to tear that hook out of your mouth and come on back to where you started from. Huh? Come on, somebody. God did so much. That's just today. You want Clarence go into our whole story? Oh my God, man. God has done so many things for me, man. I wouldn't be here right now. God has brought me the people that are in my life right now. I'm just going to talk about the YouTube people. Forget my family, forget my granddaughter, all those beautiful people, right? Forget all them. What about the people in my YouTube family? I've been blessed to have people in my YouTube family that are incredible people, man. They're incredible. They're incredible. They love me enough to tell me, hey, man, Clarence, your shoes are untied. Clarence, you got something hanging out your nose. Clarence, what's going on? Clarence, you've been on too long. You don't sound too good. I got people that's willing to do that for me. Be careful when you only got cheerleaders. Be careful. Anything you do, they say, oh, yeah, that's great. You got to be, wait a minute. You got to have somebody that says, wait a minute, brother. Let's think about this just a little longer. Right? Somebody's going to say something, right? I mean, if you out of pocket. Because sometimes we don't know we out of pocket, right? That's why God put us around other people, man, because sometimes you may be off your mark, off your thinking, because you got caught up in something. This world is so wicked, man. You might get caught up on something, and then next thing you know, man, you chasing this thing. You chasing it. You chasing it and chasing it and chasing it, and it obscures your vision. Your desire can obscure your vision, man. And your vision is your vision was clear before, but now your vision you off, and you can't recognize that you off because you chasing your desires. But Clarence, what you talking about? Clarence, you don't have no desires. I have desires, of course. I'm like any other person. I have to deal with that. I have to reconcile. Here's the thing about being with God. That doesn't mean we don't have desires. That doesn't mean we don't have lower desires. We have lower desires. If you're a believer in the God, of course you have lower desires. But the problem that we have, or not problem, but the challenge that we have is, as believers, we have to reconcile our behavior between our desires and what God wants us to do. We have to constantly be reconciling that. Like the example I gave you this morning about me and the young man at the gas station, right? I told him, no, I can't help you. I ain't got time to help you. Why? Because I was sick. I was feeling my best, and so I said, nah, I ain't got time to help you, young man. Right? Said it to him so cold. Right? Right? But the thing was, hey, that's not how I would normally operate. Right? Well, Sister Rita, God immediately said to me, hey, okay, Claire, this how we doing it, huh? This how we doing it. Okay, we can sit around here talking about let's talk to Better Black Life when everything is good, when you feeling good, when your nose ain't stopped up, when your throat ain't scratchy, when everything is cool. Yeah, we gonna give away all the backpacks when everything is cool. But when you feel it, when you ain't feeling it, when you feeling a little under the weather, right? This how you gonna be? This how you gonna be? This how we doing it? I'm like, no, that's how we doing it. No. We ain't doing it like that, Lord. Let me fix this situation right now, as they say down south, right now. Right? And I was blessed to get in there and reset that situation. Oh man, God is good, man. Is God good, y'all? Is God good? Can we agree on that God is good? I mean, God has done so many different things for me. Just me. I don't know about you, but just me. I wouldn't be here. Like I said, God brought all these people, these wonderful people in my. Do they agree with me on everything? No, they don't always agree with me on everything. They agree with me on most of the time, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes, hey man, Clarence, we need to talk to you. Please decide, hey, what's going on? Clarence, wait a minute, hold on, don't do that. Let's do this first, and then we can do that, right? Okay. And then I got to have the humility to listen to them. I got to see See, I could see that they're people from the God sent people. They're God sent people. What do you mean God sent people? They're God sent. They're sent. God sent these people to me. He sent them to me. Now, I had to wait for 50 something years before I actually met these people, but I've been asking God for these people all my life. Man, can I have these people that really can just allow me to be me and want to, and I'm not going to, seem like a nerd to them, and I'm not going to seem all crazy to them, and they're going to be able to understand where I'm coming from and everything, or not understand, but still respect that. I've been praying for these people for years. They finally here. But they didn't come because why? So I could say, hey, God, you didn't bless me with them. You didn't bless me when I asked you for them 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. You didn't bless me with these people. How come? So I didn't know the answer. Clarence, you wasn't ready for them. You wasn't ready. You would have sent these people packing. They would have got one look at your program and they would have went off to do their own. They would have left you alone. Because these people got good sense. They would have saw what you was about bullshit and they would have just kept on walking. So Clarence, I had to wait until you was done with the bullshit and then bring them in. Come on, so. All right, man. I'm not in trouble. I've been being good. I've been being good, and I know I've been being good. So I'm not in trouble. Shout out to Sister Eddie. What up with you, sis?
Okay, first of all, I'm so sorry that I'm interrupting that because wow, I feel like this is the second church service I've had today. That was so powerful. The only reason I came up quick is because I have to go to a dinner at 5. So I said I wanted to make sure that I came up to speak about what I'm thankful for. First of all, God got you because you were on that. Yes, this is Brother Clarence. What do you mean you want to speak to me?
What do you mean? What is the meaning of this? You're just a peasant. Don't you know I'm on my way to do other things, peasant?
But that's how good he is. He checks you real quick, even from small things like, if I send an email and I don't say, hey, or good morning or something, I almost want to like retract my email because that wasn't the proper greeting for somebody that I didn't sleep with the night before, or just like holding a door for somebody. It's just little things where like the Holy Spirit just come and say, oh, wait a minute, that's what you're doing today. But what I wanted to say that I was thankful for and to go in and talk about like, family and just health and things like that. That's a whole nother, that could be like a whole nother 24 hours. But I wanted to say how thankful I am for you, for this channel, for Risa, OG Patrice, Vaughn, Rico, Bolo, Rashawn, Mr. and Mrs. He Said, She Said, Hanifa, who's I know is not on too much anymore, Mrs. B Finesse, Sir Hell Speaks, Pastor Sheila.
Definitely.
It's like, forgive me if I'm forgetting somebody. The Dominican route, John. I would never have thought that I would meet people on YouTube. First of all, I'm just surprised I'm still even on these panels. I just would never because I don't really watch a lot of TV, and my go-to for a long time was just watching a whole bunch of Judge Judy. I like watching court stuff and stuff like that. So for me to have just been blessed and honored to be around, and when I speak of like different channels like Bolo, that's what Anthony T Biz, that's what Lyric Speaks, that's what BCDC, that's what Butterfly Kisses Last Night. Like it's like you went in there, and then you just met like all these wonderful people, and people that some that have shared, because I'm really guarded, but some people that have been willing to just like share their life, share what they've been through, help you to maybe see if you're open to maybe discovering some things about yourself. So I'm so thankful for all these channels, all these people. Like, because we think, I know that I hear, like, we talk, we say, you know, in these these YouTube streets are nothing but you're meeting souls just in a different avenue. It's just a
Agreed.
different medium, but it's
Agreed.
the same thing, you know. So I'm thankful in particular for you on this channel, because I have always felt safe over here. Always felt safe. I felt like not just safe from, you know, any negative stuff coming towards me, but safe to share my ideas, safe to not know something. You know what I'm saying? Like, to just kind of discover it with somebody, to be willing to show me and explain some things to me, that either just because I just haven't experienced it, or maybe I've been viewing it this way for so long, it's kind of hard to kind of like deviate from it. So I thank God for that. I thank God for you and this and Urban Warrior Academy. When I tell you, like, I'm fueled when I do research. I'm excited about what I know it's going to be. I'm excited about all the financial resources that's going to be made available with very little. It's not even going to be hard. It's not going to be hard to get it. You know what I'm saying? It's about, like, you know, one of the things, you know, and I fussed at you just a little bit, but sometimes you got to just jump out there, because if you keep tipping your toe, because if you keep tipping your toe in the water, you might say, "Oh no, it's too cold. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Oh, it's too cold. I'm gonna do it tomorrow." You threw us all in there. Hey, get in that deep end with the cold freezing water. It's good for you. So you've helped stretch yourself. You've made yourself accountable to your purpose, right? Like, you know, Moses, was he ready? You know, there was some doubt. God put it in you. Your desire for what Urban Warrior Academy already is. That's why those men were so generous today. That's why, because God knows what you want to do with it. So he's going to keep opening doors. There's some doors that are opening now that you don't even realize that it was a door that was closed. So I'm just thankful for, if nothing else, that when I came on YouTube, that I got to meet you and be a part of this
Same here.
mission, that I'm thankful for that. And I don't know if Rashawn is still in the channel, but I have so much respect for him. And I'm so thankful to him. He's a honorable man. You know what I'm saying? And I love what I'm praying that he brings back some of those things that he would do, where he was like diving into just like the core of who we are. I love how he, even though to some ears, that when he talks about faith and he talks about God, I hear his heart when he says it. And I think that those conversations you have to have too. We can't just only want to talk about God when we talk about healing. You know, there's some stuff in scripture that's like, it's kind of hard to swallow. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta love God even when I'm confused on that, or when
Yeah.
that's too busy in my head. So I just wanted to come up and make sure that I said how thankful that God has allowed so many connections with me, with people that I haven't met, and that have generously, voluntarily, involuntarily, indirectly, directly helped me be a better person. Because if you're in a space, whatever that space is, YouTube, your office, your car, you know, wherever you are, if you don't come out of that conversation or that meeting and have grown just a little bit, even if you were in the meeting and you were like, man, okay, I was thinking that just helps me, reiterate that that's a good thing, or that it can be done. There is nothing that we can't do. Nothing.
Good
We just
point.
got to believe in him, and we gotta be obedient too. We can't be acting so special, that we can't humble ourselves. We
Right.
can't, because we don't know. You don't know if like, see how you say you weren't feeling that well.
Right.
Just being obedient, just and even just somebody, we don't know sometimes what somebody is crying through. I'm watching a lot of then I'm because I want you to get back into your flow. I watch a lot of it's, I don't know what this channel is, and it probably, the algorithm probably keeps pushing me to a whole bunch of other stuff, but I like seeing how like when people the shift between someone being in a situation with law enforcement or in court, just in that moment being humble, and when it shifts to them thinking, oh no, you can't take me in, or what, you don't need my ID, and then how it changes your whole life
Yeah.
in a moment.
Yeah.
Your life can be changed in a moment.
Yeah.
We think, oh, well, I can get away with this thing, I can get away with that. You might get away for a moment, but like, I watched the YSL trial.
Yeah.
There's people up there that were up there and they never would have thought 10 years later that they would be on the stand, and now they lost their job.
Yeah.
They are seen now as a snitch, so their safety may be, questionable at this point. You don't know. You may have gotten away with it 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You may have gotten away. So just, try to be as honorable as you can. You know what I'm saying? And then pray for God to show grace when you tripped up a little bit. But I'm so thankful for y'all. Y'all feel like y'all really do feel like family to me, and it's a soul family. I don't know anything, too much about each one of y'all, and I don't need to know. The part that God has allowed me to see, that's enough. It's enough. There's nothing that anyone could ever say to me about you. They couldn't show me an old video. They couldn't show me, one of the boys from your mosque. Nobody could show me or tell me anything, because even regardless of where we were, this is where we are now. And thank you, God, for that growth. So you're just a testament to whatever that thing is that's messy. It's just a testament to what God can do. So I just want to come up and say thanks for that. And that's what I'm so thankful for. And I thank you, God. I thank you, God, for every word, every moment of silence, everything that I have ever done that has glorified you on being on any panel. It is all for you. It is all for you. I don't want to breathe. I don't want to speak. I don't want to perform. I don't want to do anything if it's not to his glory. It's all for him. When I slip, I go to him and I say, forgive me for that. I misrepresented you. Forgive me. So I'm just thankful that he uses me in the way that he knows that he can see, use me the most and in the spaces. So anytime that anything that y'all see in me or anything that you give me any kind of credit for, it's just him through me. So just give him get the praise. Just give it to him. It's him. It's really him.
Definitely, sis. Definitely.
Okay. So, but I'm gonna get ready to drop down only because I gotta just make sure I don't forget something before I leave out. But I just wanted to make sure I came up and say I love you and I love y'all.
I love you, sis. I appreciate you here. All right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, man. Let me tell you, Clarence, and he just came for you. No, it's more than caping, right? Because if I'm sick, if I'm really sick, that sister will get on the phone and call me. Hey, Clarence, what's going on? Risa will too. Patrice will too. But man, I just was blessed to run into some people, man, that like I think a lot of people on YouTube, man, they want yes people, right? They want people around them that's gonna be like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right, Clarence. You're right. You're right. You're right. And these sisters will. Don't get me wrong. They will when they feel I'm right. But when they feel I'm wrong, they will definitely say something. They're not they only cheerleaders when I'm saying something that they agree with. If they don't agree, they ain't gonna be back there with the pom-poms at all. They're gonna pull me to the side and say, Clarence, let me talk. They're gonna put their counselor hats on and they're gonna say, let me pull you to the side, Clarence. Let me talk to you for a minute. I'm so blessed, man. And this sister right here that just got off, all she says is 2 words to us on a daily basis. Sometimes. I mean, we might get blessed. She might tell us, talk to us, but she's busy, right? She's a very busy sister, right? She'll just say, hey, y'all. That's it. But that's what we're looking for, right? There's certain things that each one of us that when we connect every day, we looking for. Okay, I know Sister Annie. Hey, y'all. We just looking for that. Hey, y'all. Looking for Bolo. Good Grand Rising. Okay. Done. Check them 2 off the list. Risa, hey family. Right. Check Risa off the list. Patrice will send some type of picture, a meme, or something, right? With flowers and Patrice will send something, right? But that's Patrice, right? We all check in on different ways, right? Rico would send some kind of baby dancing over money or something crazy like that, right? But that's Rico. Rico will check in, right? Top Flavor Flav, right? Rico will check in. And then Vaughn will send something, maybe, a pitch what do you call that? GIF of him laughing at something, or just stretching out, smiling, or something like that, right? We all got our, and then I'll check in or whatever I'll do, right? So I mean, it's just, but it's not the big things; it's the little things. It's the little things. Okay, we heard from Vaughn, we heard from Annie, we heard from Patrice, we heard from Risa, we heard from Rico, we heard from Bolo. Okay, we checked on it. Everybody's good. Everybody's good. I'm thankful that I got a group of people that we've all agreed that, hey, man, we're going to just let each other know that we're okay every day, right? We just let each other know, hey, I'm good, you good, I'm good, I'm good, you good, you good, good. Every once in a while, I'll call everybody. I'll call the brothers. I'll text the sisters, because I know sisters, I don't want to get in the way of what they got going on, right? They might have somebody sitting on the couch with, hey, who they calling you? Who this Clarence calling you, right? So I'll text the sisters first, right? Now, if I'm really, if I'm really, really looking for them, I may bust them a call. I may bust a call, because I will call Patrice. I will call the sisters if it's like, I feel like, hey, man, wait a minute, it's an emergency. But usually I'll text, I'll do a random check on everybody. I call all the brothers. I'll text all the sisters, see what's going on, make sure everybody's okay, right? Or it's nothing that that I can do to help whatever they got going on, and we just move on. But I found a group of people that accept that that's my personality. I'm going to do that. My personality is also that I'm going to, be encouraging. You know what I mean? So they accept that about me, and it's all good, man. It's all good. Every one of these people that I'm talking about, they bring a certain element into my life that I need. All right, I need. Rico helps me keep my feet on the ground, right? Clarence, don't think I'm Brother Clarence now. I do not deal with the brother on the street, the brother that's out there struggling, trying to make it happen. I don't deal with that brother anymore. No, I keep my feet on the ground. Rico help me keep my feet on the ground, and I can think, hey, Clarence, I'm Clarence. I know everything. I know everything, right? No, Rico definitely lets me know that I don't know everything. And we fight over a lot of stuff, man. But sometimes he wins, sometimes I win, right? So yeah, but Bolo helps me keep my keep my my spiritual side, keep that in the right place, man, and keep that fire stoked, right? Keep that fire stoked, right? You know what I'm saying? Patrice, Eddie, and Risa, they bring me the female side of things, right? They help me to see things from the female side and see how, maybe I might be pushing it this way, but maybe the females could pick it up better if I pushed it this way, or I was more sensitive to how it was coming off, right? They, and then Sister Annie sometimes just come in with you straight. That's a bad idea, Clint. Don't do that right now. She just come in with the hammer, bam. No, that's not gonna. We're not doing that, Glenn. We're not doing that. I know y'all think it's me. Glenn, you do what you want to do. It's your channel. Nah, not at all. I definitely consult with my family to see, what they think we should do. Like today, came on, I consulted with them. Hey, what y'all think? Should we go out? Should we go on, man? I just want to tell y'all about the stuff that happened to me today, man. It was so good. That God did so much good stuff. And like he always do, right? But today it was more pronounced as far as getting what I actually am looking for. It wasn't in so much of a series of steps as it was. It was right there. You know what I mean? Because sometimes God does stuff for you, and it got a series of steps that have to be done before you get there. But today, man, it was right there. It was right there, man. Just to remind me and let me know, hey, man, there's a blessing in everything. Even if you think that something bad happened, there's a blessing in that if you're willing to dig it through it and look through it and find it, right? If you're willing to do the digging, you can find it. Just like I did that situation at the gas station, right? I was like, I'm done with this dude, man. I don't feel good, man. My legs are hurting, man. I don't feel good. Back hurting a little bit, man. I don't feel good. Get away from me, young man. Get away from me, right? I don't think I made 2 steps away from that dude before the Lord was on me, man. He was on me. You right, Risa. Our phone chats to be lit, huh? God was on me, man. Oh, Clarence. Oh, okay. This how you gonna treat my people when you're not feeling good. Oh, okay. I got it. So you only have to do my program when you're feeling good, Clarence. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. See, I thought you had to do my program no matter how you feeling. Because I got to do my program no matter how you act, right? No matter how you act, Clarence, when you lose your mind and be out there acting stupid, I still gotta have a path for you to walk yourself out of that. But you didn't even give this young man a path to walk out of the situation he's in. And I gave you that path. I gave you that path. I put you to him because you got something for him and he had something for you. And you didn't even get what you had coming to you because you wouldn't give him what he had coming to him. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. See, all that was swelling around in my head, right? I was like, no. Let me say, okay, don't give me nothing. Just let me make it right, right? I wasn't trying to get nothing. I said, hey, just, Lord, please, just let me make it right. let me give him what I have to give to him. I don't need what he got. If you don't want it to come to me, that's fine. I'm not doing it so he can give me the blessing. I'm doing it so that he can get his because I know you gave it to me. Now I realize you gave me something to give to him. I know that now. So let me just give it. Let me just give him his. But what ended up happening? God gave me mine too. Right? Why? Why you think God gave me a blessing, even though I was very nasty to that young man? Why do you think God gave me a blessing after I reset that situation? Because I could have just reset it and just gave him that information that I gave to him, and we would have been done. He could have been like, psh, right? But no. He was warm. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you about Vaughn, man. Vaughn is another person that I got in my circle, man. Now, Vaughn comes in, and Vaughn has a lot of different. Vaughn will tell me when I'm wrong. Vaughn will tell me when I'm right. Vaughn will tell me, hey, Clarence, we need to do this. Vaughn will tell me Clarence, we need to do this, or whatever, right? Or Clarence, I'll be with you. You want to do this? Let's do this. I'll sit with you. Vaughn is another one, right? So I just got a blessing, man. I got a blessing. But I could talk about all these people all day long, man. I talk about them all day long. But let me finish what I was talking about. Vaughn said we should do God's work in season and out of season. When you feel like it and when you don't feel like it. That's the point, Vaughn. That's the point I'm making. Because this morning, I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like it, man. You know what I'm saying? The young man kind of caught me off guard. I was expecting to just be left alone today, right? And the young man kind of caught me off guard by saying, hey, can you give me $1? I was like, we go get a job. What you talking about some spare change? You want some spare change? Go get you a spare job, right? I was on the Robin Harris thing, right? Oh, man, Vaughn, I didn't make it 2 steps from that dude, man. I didn't make it 2 steps. I didn't even make it to the gas pump. I didn't make it to my car. I was already convicted That whole conversation happened in a split second, right? That whole telepathic conversation where God would say, oh, Clarence, oh, okay. All right. So you're gonna do work for me when you feel like it, not when you don't feel like it. Oh, okay, I see how I go now. Okay. So you only gonna do the things that need to be done when you up to it. But when the people still starving, whether you up to it or not, the people are still starving. The people are still hungry for knowledge and food, yes, but knowledge. They're hungry. You're not gonna give it to them because you don't feel good, and you right there with them. You right there. You right there, Clarence, but you didn't give it to them, right? I said, man. So the brother asked me for $1, right? I said, get away from me. I don't get it. And so I dug him. I went, by the time I got to the car, I was like, man, let me get $2, right? Let me get $2. Lord, please. Do whatever you want to do. Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Please don't think I think you a joke. No, please don't think I think you are something to play with. I don't. Not at all. And I'm going to show you that I'm not, no, I don't think you nothing to play with. Now, I'm going to get out here. I'm going to give the man $2. The man asked me for $1. I'm going to give him $2. Plus, I'm going to tell him about the stuff you've done for me. And maybe that might motivate him to try to change his perspective on things and try to go get some help and move into doing some, more constructive things for himself. Right? But what happened, y'all? What happened? I gave this man the blessings because I had something for him. I didn't even know he had something for me. You mean that dirty old dude that was standing in front of the gas station, Clarence, he had something for you? Yes. God gave him something to give to me. But we have to make the exchange. See, we have to make the exchange. And a lot of us ain't making that exchange. So you ain't getting no blessings because there's people out there that got blessings for you, man, but you ain't making an exchange with them. You walking up to them saying, where's my blessing? God told me to be here this time, my blessing. You going into that job interview, well, I'm here. When can I start? They said, hold up, player. We got to make sure that you of sound mind before we put you on this case. In other words, we got to make sure you a blessing for us. We already know we a blessing for you. We already know we a blessing for you. How you going to bless us? This happens in relationships too, right? Be in a relationship, you meet a nice young man, you meet a nice young woman, man, and you already know, you giving up the energy already, they gonna bless you because you putting them on a pedestal. Never put nobody on a pedestal except for the God of the universe. And you don't have to pedestalize him. His work speaks for itself. You don't have to pedestalize God. God is already who he is. Putting God on a pedestal is lowering him. You ain't got to put God on a pedestal. God is already who he is. His work speaks for itself. I don't believe in God. Okay, you make a Sunday then. I don't believe in God. You make a Sunday. When you make a Sunday, bring it to us and let us take a judge. We'll see whose Sunday is better, his or yours. But in the meantime, we're going to go with a proven product. We're going to go with a proven product. You guys, not you guys, us, all of us. Sometimes we can think like how I was thinking this morning. For a split second, I thought to myself, I ain't got time for him. I don't feel good. I'm bad. I feel bad. I ain't got time to save no lives. Oops. God scooped me up on that one quick, right? Oh, really, Clarence? Oh, really? You ain't got time to do my work, right? But when you was on your deathbed, and I have millions of other people to tend to, billions of other people to tend to, I looked in on you. I did what I could for you. What if I would have did you the way you did this young man? I mean, all this is swirling around in my head, y'all. Ay, ay, ay. All this is swirling around in my head. And the only thing I'm thinking is, oh man, God. I am very thankful for what you've done for me. Let me reset this situation. So what's the lesson in that, y'all? Never too late to reset the situation. It's never too late to say, I made a mistake. It's never too late to say, you know what? I wasn't looking at that right. Let me reset this, Lord. Help me let me reset this situation. Because what do you know? What do I know? I didn't know this man had a blessing for me. I know I had something to give to him, but I didn't know he had something to give me. I wasn't even thinking about that. But here he gave me something. He gave me something. He wasn't no pastor in no big, nice, pretty suit preaching for 2-3 hours. The man was down on his luck. His clothes was dirty. His face was dirty. And he was embarrassed as hell that as a grown man, he was out there standing out there having to ask people for money. He was embarrassed. See, some of us don't realize that, man. Some of these people out here, man, they down on their luck, man. They got too much pride. They got so much pride that they just feel so bad, man. It's the pride that kills them. It's the pride. That's why we as the believers, we have to go beyond their pride and inquire and leave the light on and the key under the mat. We got to just leave the light on and the key under the mat and tell them, if you ever want to get warm, the key is under the mat. If you ever want to get some more light, the key is under the mat. You're welcome to use it. Some people, that's all they need. Here the man asked me for $1. The man asked me for $1. I gave him $2. But when he took the money, I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. When he took the money from me, he didn't just take the money and leave. He took the money, he put it in his pocket, and he was still standing there. I had to break the conversation off. I had to break it off. Like, no, you're good. You're good. I said, I can see, man, you know, other people trying to come and you trying to make your money. He said, no, you're good. But what was I doing? I'm planting seeds. I'm planting the Lord's seeds in his head. I'm planting the Lord's seeds in his head. It's not my seeds. I ain't got no seeds. Brother Clarence ain't got no seeds. You look at my seeds, they all say the Lord's seed. I'm planting his seeds in you. And they gonna come up how they gonna come up. But I'm not, you know, what Jesus say? I don't come of myself. I didn't come of myself. I'm not talking to you from what I could do for you, because I can't do nothing for you except point you to the person that did something for me. That's all I could do. But you telling me, Clarence, you too uppity now, you too sick and uppity now, you can't even point your finger? Really? Yes, I can, God. Yes, I can. God, please, I can do it. I was squirming like a bee. I was like, God, I can do it. I can do it, man. I can do it. Just give me a shot, man. Just let me do it. Let me go back out there. Sean said, I credit God with all of the various good experiences that I have made me joyful and content. I also credit God with my struggles that made me more strong and the ways that others can lean on. Yeah, ultimately, yeah. Ultimately, you got to, man, because you know what? God can give you life. I remember I told you guys about the duality of life that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us about, that to give you happiness, pain has to be here as well. To give you joy, pain has to be here, right? Both of those things have to exist in the same plane, right? It can't just be happiness, right? On this physical plane, you can't just be happy. You can't, well, let me say it this way. You can't just have happiness as the only option on the table. There's going to be some times where sadness is going to be at play as well. Because to have happiness, sadness has to be in the game as well, right? To have sunshine, rain has to be a part of the equation as well, right? To have light, we have to have darkness as well. Both of those things have to exist at the same time. So teaches the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So therefore, we have to understand that, yes, God created the heavens and earth and all of these different things, but at the same time, based on the what he had to work with, there has to be a duality. There has to be a positive and a negative. That's what runs the whole universe, is positive and negative, right? You break down everything down to the atom. There's a proton, a neutron, and an electron, right? Positive and a negative, right? And that's basically the basic building block of the whole universe, right? It's built on positive and negative. So if it was that way, if God could just make everything all positive, then the atom wouldn't have a negative charge in it. But the world would look totally different, right? The universe would look totally different. You have to have those things to have the balance of life. And then, of course, we have to have our freedom of choice. Because who wants slaves? Nobody wants slaves. The love of a slave, right? The love of a slave is fleeting, right? Because the slave is thinking all the way in his mind, in the back of his mind, if I can get up close enough to kill you, you dead, right? That's what they're thinking about the slave master. If I can get up close enough to you, you dead. So who wants people like that saying they professing their love for you? You want people that want to be with you, that want to walk with you, that want to do things for you. That's the kind of people you want to be in a relationship with you. The same God is the same way. Why would I want to force people to be with me? And they're going to only be with me because I'm going to put money in their bank account. Nah, who wants that? That's like when you got a girl that's with you just because everything is, you buying her everything. You stop buying her everything, you don't see her no more, right? And sometimes we look at stuff like that, man. We look at when a person like that leave us, we be like, oh, man. I was watching something the other day, man. His wife, he caught his wife cheating, man. His wife was cheating. Matter of fact, it got so bad. Listen. It got so bad, the wife wasn't even hiding it no more. The wife just went out and told him, say, hey, look, I've been cheating on you for a couple of years, whatever. I'm going out of state to be with my boo thing. Man said, so sit there, and I'm looking at this man, and this man said, and we've all been this stupid, so I'm not blaming him in particular, but you're trying to convince the girl to stay, convince the girl to come back. This is like been the second or third time he had caught her cheating. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. We all get in problems because we don't recognize God's hand in something, right? Right? We figure God's only going to put his hand in when, you're going to get a bunch of money. That's when God got his hand in your life. It's the reverse. It's the contrary. It's the little things. God gonna put his hand on the things that you think are little things, which is the kind of relationships you building with people. This man built a relationship with this woman, man, on strictly her having it the way she wanted. And when it wasn't the way she wanted, instead of trying to fix it or make it the way she wanted, or just leaving the relationship, she said, hey, I'm not going to leave the relationship. I'm going to torture you by having other relationships while we're married. That's crazy. And so God gave him, this was his blessing that she told him so that he could leave. He could get himself together and he could put her out. But he didn't see God's hand in the situation. He's trying to stay. Listen to me. We've all done this. So I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying we've all done it, but we have to get to the point where we can see God's hand in something. Right? We've all tried to beg a person that was mistreating us to let us stay in their lives so we could take more mistreatment. We've all been there. We've all been that stupid. I know it's gonna be one of y'all saying, "Not me. I've been what do you call that? I've been straight my whole life, right? Stop lying. See, bro, Clarence, I already know, man. I've met so many people and talked to so many people. I already know. Most of us have done that. And if you haven't done it yet, just keep living, as my mama used to say. Keep living. Right? But we don't recognize when God is trying to separate us from somebody. Because we love this person, man. We love them. And when I say we love them, we love that person and the relationship that we have concocted in our head, the vision of what we think this situation is. We love that so much that we are unwilling to take God's advice and remove this person from our life. And this person create havoc in our lives. Right? God has tried to remove this person from you. You're in a bad marriage. You're in a bad relationship. You had a bad job. You got bad coworkers. You got bad children. But that's another responsibility. But you got bad children. How do you handle that? But you got people around you, man, that don't mean you no good. Particularly right now, I'm talking about romantically. You got people around you that don't mean you no good. Risa said, my love is so strong, I always love you enough to let you go. See, Risa, you are a different bird. See, most people ain't like that. They ain't strong enough to do that, right? Because that person, they intertwine that person so much into their personal, their personal thinking of themselves, that to remove their identity, that's the word I was looking for, their personal identity, that to remove this person would destroy their personal identity. So they have this constant fear their personal identity will be destroyed if they remove this person. Then I don't know about women. Women are like this sometimes too, but men are mostly like this. Men, some way, feel a sense of competition. I'm not going to let this person take my wife. I'm not going to let this person take my girlfriend. I'm going to get in there and compete. That's what I need to do. They get that wrong impression, right? Because that's what the devil tells them to do. The devil wants you to compete. You shouldn't have to compete with somebody that loves you. Why would you have to compete with someone else for their love when they already said they love you? Obviously, if you have to compete for their love, they don't love you. When do you guys say, oh man, you know, I got to compete for God's love. I got to go compete for God's love because Risa, man, God's gonna give her a blessing, so I got to compete with Risa so I can get a blessing. That don't happen. That don't happen. I don't got to compete with Risa. Risa ain't got to compete with me. Only person Risa got to compete with is Risa. Only person Clarence got to compete with is Clarence. Arshawn said, yeah, love shouldn't be a prize. No, it shouldn't. It should be a gift. There you go, Arshawn. It should be a gift. It should be a gift. It should be a blessing that the other person is bestowing upon you, not for anything in return. See, that's the hard part about relationships, because we've been taught that you ain't getting nothing if you ain't getting something in return. But see, when you really love a person, you're loving them without a promise of a return on your investment. See, everybody wants a return on their investment. We all want a return on investment. Don't get me wrong. We all want to love somebody and we want that person to love us back. But when you really love somebody, you love them without a promise of a return on their investment. And that's how we get caught up, right? Because we don't say, is this God sanctioned? Right? It's cool to do something like that if God has sanctioned this person. Well, how do you know if God sanctioned this person, Clarence? Because the things you're going to ask them to do before you actually get in a physical relationship with them, they're going to do it. Hey, baby, I know you had a life before me, but hey, this is the thing. I need you to go get tested, and I'm going to go get tested to make sure we starting off fresh. I don't need to get tested. I can't stay out of a marriage. I ain't been with nobody, right? But see, people get funny memories, right? They don't count certain things, right? They may not count something where they didn't have a good time or they wasn't there for a while, whatever. They may not count those things, right? Men and women do that. No, baby, you need to go get tested. I need to go get tested, and we'll sit there and we'll wait and get the results right there. And you can give me yours, and I can give you mine. Don't be dumb and say something like this. Hey, baby, what's your body count? Who cares what it is? Who cares? It doesn't really matter anyway. At this point, it doesn't really matter. What matters is, does she want to keep it? Does she want to keep it rolling? Does she want to keep the party going? If she wants to, you just a stop on the way to keep the party going, then you maybe let her pass. But if she says, "Hey, look, I'm ready to be a better. I'm ready to, kind of be more selective at, who I'm spending my sexual time with, and I only want to spend that time with you." Oh, you do? Okay, well, this is what we're gonna do. You got to get a cleanse, baby. You got to get a cleanse. You got to get all that them other men's residue up out of you. You got to get a cellular cleanse and get all that stuff up out of you. But I have to do that for 3 weeks. That's gonna be hard on me. No, you don't have to do it. That's only what I'm asking you to do to be in a relationship with me. If you don't want to be in a relationship with me, you don't have to do that. You can go be with somebody else and be, and have at it. I only want people that wants to do what I want to do, right? Right? When in the Bible do you ever see, or the Quran, where you see God say, I'm going to make these people do it. I'm going to make them love me. I'm going to make them do what I'm telling them to do. You never see that, right? He say, hey, do this. They don't do it. Okay. You don't do it. This is what's going to happen to you if you don't do it anyway. Ain't nobody got to make this happen to you. God's punishing me. No, he told you what not to do to have this bad stuff happen to you, to do this. Nobody got to punish you. This is already going to happen if you don't do this. That's why I'm telling you to do this. But we get it twisted, man. We get it twisted. Love is a gift. True love. I would say that real love is a gift. the problem, you know what the problem with love is Arshawn, is everybody has their own individual definition and approach to love. Everybody has their own individual love. So if I say I love you and you say you love me, you may mean this way, I may mean it that way, right? And so to you, and then most people have it like this: I love you, but I can excuse myself stepping outside of the relationship, right? Especially men, right? I can excuse myself from stepping out of the relationship. I just heard I had to turn it off, man. The Manosphere Highlights Daily bull nonsense. I heard that. They said that the dude actually said this out of his mouth. He said women should only have one partner. Okay, I'll buy that. What you gonna say next? He said, but men are supposed to have many partners. Men are supposed to have many partners because they make millions of sperm every day. And I said, wait a minute, that don't make no sense, man. I said, the only way that makes sense if the woman agrees to that. If your woman don't agree to something like that, why would she do it? And if you ain't the kind of person that can handle, so you got to have the kind of stomach to handle that. You got to have the kind of stomach to walk around and seeing, 2 out of 3 women fighting their jealousy and not let it affect you. See, most of us ain't like that, man. Most of us, we see we saw a woman struggling with something, it would bother us. So you got to be a little psychopathic a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You can't let how people feel about it bother you. But we got to look at, that's the whole thing, man. The way we look at stuff is not how God would have us look at stuff so that we could win. God wants us to win, right? Love should be a gift. Love is real. Like I said, real love is a gift that the person is giving you with no strings attached. Well, I'm saying no strings attached, but with no hard, without a hard, like, you must love me back. You must love me in this way I'm loving you. A person that really loves you is going to let you love them how you love them. If your love matches what their desired effect, it's all good for them. But if it don't, they might be willing to deal with it. And that's the problem. We're willing to deal with it instead of educating this person, saying to this person, hey, look, I don't mind giving you all my love, but this is what I'm expecting in return. You to at least feel the same way about me. If you don't, that's cool. Tell me now so we can go our separate ways. But what happens? I don't know about women, but women do it too. Guys do this. No, I love you. I love you. I really love you. And they playing with somebody's heart. They playing with somebody's feelings. Women do the same thing, right? You really love me? I really love you. Till somebody else come along and got more money than you. Right? So how can you get this information, Clarence? How do you get that information? How do you know when somebody really loves you? Unfortunately, for a lot of us, because we live in a world where we spend so much time doing other things. You have to spend time with somebody, man. You have to see how they vibrate. See, some people say stuff, but they don't do what they say. This is the point that I was making about Deion Sanders, right? I tried to make the point. Somebody came in the comments and was like, what good is it bringing that up, Clarence? What good is that? Why even bring that up? Well, it's unresolved. That's why. It's unresolved. And if you're going to tell people, hey, you're going to be in a leadership position, trying to teach young men, I'm going to mentor young men. We don't want our young men mentored by hypocrites. Do we? That's the problem we got now, man. That's why we started the Urban Warrior Academy, man, because we got too many men out here, man, that just don't know what the hell to do. And then they get mentored by other men that don't know what to do. They're getting told, hey, everything will be okay. Just go get money. Go. If you make enough money, life is going to work itself out. We got people deleting themselves and they millionaires. We got people getting divorces. They millionaires, billionaires, some of them. Money cannot be it. Money cannot be it. God has to be in there somewhere, see? And you don't know how to slip him in there. You don't know how to position him in your life to where every decision that you make bounces off of his theology. That's the perfect place where you want to be. But see, let me tell you why you ain't gonna do it, why I didn't do it before I became, like I said, forget it, I'm gonna do it. But I'm gonna tell you why we don't do it. Why? Because we don't want to be an outcast. We don't want to be ostracized. We don't want to miss out. We don't want to miss out. All these people having all this fun. And here I am talking about God. Don't no man want to come near me. Don't no woman want to come near me. When we start talking about God, pew, they gone. Let them be gone. Let them be gone. This is why I try to tell these young men, hey, they say to you, Fresh FS say to you, hey, you got to sleep with 30 women before you could even talk to me. You got to sleep with 30 women, 50 women, whatever, before you can say you a man. Really? I sleep with 2 or 3 women. You sleep with 50. Are you going to walk into the bank and they're going to say, oh, you slept with 50 women? Oh, man. Well, hey, we was going to give you 100,000. Now we're going to give you 500,000. Is that going to happen? And you go to the car lot and they say, hey, I say, hey, you know, they have a question. I don't know why they would have that question, but say they had a question on the thing. How many women have you slept with? I don't know, about 4 or 5. And they ask you, how many women you slept with? 50. You ain't gonna say, hey, well, you slept, yeah, you the one slept with the 50. We're gonna give you the Benz for the same price we was gonna give you for this Nissan Sentra. Hell no. Hell no. Sleeping with a bunch of women is a bunch of random women is a dangerous pastime. It's dangerous. It's not even, it builds the ego of the simple-minded. Can I say it that way? Simple-minded men build their ego and self-esteem off of sleeping with different random women all the time. Because they can't build it by being constructive with their hands and their hands and feet. They have to build it off of sexual encounters with women who have low self-esteem. I mean, it's a lose-lose situation, right? Vaughn said, hey, I'm unable to come up today. I have a few things going on here at home. I'm listening, though. Perhaps you should drop the link in case somebody wants to join. I will, Vaughn, because I'm gonna drop it in about maybe 15 minutes. Thank you, Vaughn. Yeah, because I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to close up the shop. You know, I'm about to get out of here. You know, unless somebody is in the chat now that wants to say, hey, look, I'll jump in there. I don't want to have people up here that's get off the topic, right? I want to stay on the topic. Shout out to Magoda. I want to stay on the topic. All right, so this is it, man. It's our perspective, how we look at things, man, how we look at things. And sometimes we don't see that God is trying to help us by separating us from somebody, by allowing us to see the situation for what it is and separate ourselves from them, right? Wife, husband, job, co-workers, friends. Sometimes you got friends, man. Sometimes you got friends that's holding you back. Sometimes you got friends that's holding you back, man, Because you know why? Let me tell you the type of friends that are holding you back. The friends that you got that's holding you back, and they are some of them, most of the time, they're unconscious of this, but this is what they do. They want to relive the past. They want to stay in the past. Remember in high school, we did this? Remember when we was clubbing, we did that? Remember when this? Instead of talking to you about how now to move forward, they get together with you. Hey, remember that person who we went to school with? Well, this person doing this and this person doing that, right? And they keep you on that track of nothingness, right? Some of y'all might be like me. I was, shout out to Trey Ferg, by the way, man. Another solid brother on the docket. Well, Claire, you caping for Trey. Nah, Trey don't always agree with me, but he's solid. You know what I'm saying? He's solid dude. But hey, some of us have friends, man, that's putting us in the past, or they want to they wasted their time. Like, you want to do something, right? You want to do, like Vaughn started a business. Shout out to Vaughn Bryant. He started his own business, right? Right. You started your own business. But your friends want to keep you on the phone. Oh, yeah, let me tell you, let me keep you on the phone. And then, blah, blah, blah. Man, I'm going to tell you something, man. Well, all these people are my best friend, but one of my besties is Bolo TV, man. And man, me and Bolo TV might talk on the phone for 30 seconds, maybe a minute tops. We just check on each other. You good? I'm good. Family good. Everybody good? Everybody good. Everybody good? Everybody good. Okay. Holler at you later, player. Peace. Boom. That's it. We check in, boom, boom, boom. That's it. We out. Because I know he busy. I respect the fact that he got time. He got his time. He got things he got to do, man. And he respects the fact that I got time. I got things I got to do, right? We both family men. So when you become a family man, you know you got things to do, right? Your day don't stop at you. Your day stop at the family, what they need, right? That's why you got to get with people that's like-minded. You know what I'm saying? Get around people that's like-minded, man. That way, it'll be the least amount of conflict. Because we don't conflict, man. Same thing. I call Rico. I call Vaughn. Vaughn, hey, how you doing? Hey, I'm doing good. How you doing? I'm doing good. Hey, okay, well, I'll talk to you later because I know you busy. Yeah, I know I'm busy. I know you busy too, man. I'll holler at you later. Boom, bam, gone. Trey said, friends don't keep us back. Our poor decision making and fear keep us back. Well, let me get to that in just a second. Let me tell you about Rico. Now, Rico's the one that'll keep me on the phone. Rico's the one that'll keep me on the phone, man. You know what I'm saying? Rico is the one that will keep me on the phone. That's why whenever I call the brothers, Rico's the one I call last, right? Because Rico's gonna keep me on the phone, man. Rico's gonna say, yeah, okay, that's cool. All right. Hey, but Clarence, did you hear about this? And I'll be like, huh? What? I'm sucked into it. Next thing, an hour went by, right? And me and Rico arguing about something. That shouldn't happen. No, this should happen. No, this shouldn't happen. We either arguing about guns or something we arguing about, right? Oh, man, shout out to Rico. But anyway, man, we just check on each other, man. But those are the kind of friends you got to have, man. But trust me, man, if I am in a bad way, any one of those people I just mentioned will call me up and say, hey, brother, are you okay? We just checking on you. Are you all right? Right? They'll text me. Hey, what's going on, man? We just want to see those kind of friends you need to have, man. When they checking on you, not because I got something to give them, like I got some money to give them. No, they checking on me because they actually genuinely concerned about me. And they know I would do the same for them, right? That's it right there. Trey said, friends don't keep us back. Our poor decision-making and fear keep us back. I agree with you on the fear, Trey. I agree with you on the fear, and I agree with you on the poor decision-making. right? But that's the problem. We're deciding that a person that is not helping us constructively move forward in our lives, we're holding on to people like that because of some sentimental bullshit, man. We holding on to that person. And so that person would never start a business, and they gonna waste your time so that you'll never start a business. Right? If you come to them and say, hey, I'm gonna start this situation, they're gonna say, Trey, why you doing that? Come on, man. You ain't gonna make no money doing that. See, I only want to do something where I'm gonna make big money. That's how most black people are. Hey, I'm gonna invest in something if it's a home run. They don't know how to build things. They don't know how to build things. They want to jump on something a tornado that's already out there, right? I mean, that's lucky. But to be able to work and build something from the ground up, that could take work. That takes faith. See, and a lot of our friends they're not faithful friends. Right? Let me drop this link out there for Trey. Or anybody else that wants to come up here. But we're staying on the subject, man. We're staying on the topic. What has God done for you? Right? We got about I'll do 15 more minutes, y'all, and then we up out of here. We up out of here. Y'all don't want to tell me what God did for you? That's on you. I put that on you. All right. God has done so much for me, man. I can't. We got this little tiny live stream. I can tell you everything that God did for me, but He definitely shaped me and got me into the position I am today, where I could have friendships that I have. I wasn't there yet 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I wasn't there yet. I'm here now. He brought me to this place. I met this person, and then I'm meeting that person, meeting this person, then meeting that person, then meeting this person, then meeting this person, then meeting this person. And this person giving me a little more humility. And this person giving me a little more humility. And this person giving me a little more humility. Until I had enough humility that, I can meet good people, like the people that are on my team. I can meet good people and I can work with them, right? They can work with me, right? And it's all a good situation. Wasn't always like that, man. Brother Clarence wasn't always had sentences. I made these videos before about me being possessed by the devil. I was just out of my mind. I was out of my mind. And I didn't realize it, man, until, God sent the man standing in front of me, man. I wanted to continue on the road, and He said, no. These two men said no. They said, if it wasn't for the God of the universe, we would have killed you back there. Oh, man. But we let you get this far just so you could see that God has a plan for you. Now, if you're going to accept it, come on. If not, your journey stops here. Right? I'm like, okay. But see, let me tell you something. What Trey said, as men, we're supposed to move, build, and explore. Fear and lack of faith is our drug. Well, we were made that way. Well, in the supreme wisdom that the Most High Elijah Muhammad gave us, man, he asked the question, why does my uncle fear the devil? And the answer was, he was taught to fear him when he was a baby, right? So then the question comes back, well, why does my uncle still fear the devil even though he's a big man now? And it was because, remember, he was taught to fear the devil when he was a baby. So You know how we hold on to things from our childhoods. We was taught to be in fear and live in fear, which you're not supposed to do. I agree with you on that one, Trey. Trey, what's going on with you, brother?
What's up, bro? Clarence, how you doing, man?
I'm doing exceptionally well, brother. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm okay, man. Shit, I'm good. Just treating retired life like I'm supposed to. Relaxing, relaxing.
Good for you, man. Good for you. I got a few more years to go before I can hit that retirement button, man. But good for you, man. I'm close. I'm
Yeah,
close.
you'll like it. You'll like it when you get there.
All right, right on, man. Okay,
You know,
Trey.
I love.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I love your topic, man. I've spent years trying to get young men trying to understand, you know, the results of fear, uh, and yeah, just lack of understanding keeps a lot of us standing within 2 to 5 miles from where we were born and where, you know, grew up as kids. We don't really venture out as men, and that sort of limits our ability to be innovative and be, you know, productive and be insightful on what's really going on because we don't pay attention to world events like we used to. Have to do it in a class, you know, a current event, what's going on in your neighborhood, what's going on in your state, you know, what's going on in the world.
Yeah,
We
we
don't
did, right?
tap into those. So a lot of people don't worry about what's going on outside of what they can see. How far is the grocery store? That's as far as they worry about. How far is
Right.
the corner store? That's all they worry about. And as a man, it limits us. It really hurts us as we grow into our mature age. And sometimes it's hard to have a conversation about things like you have to people who haven't really seen much outside of the 10 block radius, 12 block radius.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And then
it's just unfortunate.
On top of that, Trey, when you try to talk to them, they wear that ignorance like a badge of honor, right? And it's
I mean,
like,
yeah, you're right. You're right.
how do you get that? How do you get them to see that they're really hurting themselves, right? They don't see it. They see it like they see it as a sign of prestige, right? The fact that their ignorance is a sign of prestige to them. And it's like, what happened? Where did we go? Where did we get to? How did we get to the point where ignorance is a badge of honor?
But Clarence, think about it. You've been eating fucking garbage and Roman noodles all your life. I come to you with some steak and say, here, eat this. First thing you're gonna say is, I don't eat that. What you mean you don't eat it? I don't eat it. Have you ever tried it? No. So how do you know you don't eat something you don't try? And I may do that one time, and then I done left with the impression like, damn, they don't eat that shit. But here's the thing, like you say, when you meet people and challenge them to step outside of their comfort zone, it may take 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years to get them to see that they can still thrive in the same capacity outside of their comfort zone. And that's the biggest thing. That's why I said fear. It ain't just the fear of uh, failure. It's the fear of the unknown that hurts a lot of us.
Yeah.
I've talked to a lot of parents, a lot of guys that were spent time in prison. I used to have groups with them.
Okay.
And they always told me, man, I was scared to do this. I was scared to do that. Did nobody show me? Was nobody there to sort of push me? Because you, my friend, we fucking in this shithole. You think I want you to leave me? You can't leave me. Don't nobody care about you like me.
Wow.
So I just think it's unfortunate for us as men because as a man, because if we go back, think about it, we were all over the world. So even if we go back before Christ, we still explored the world.
Agreed.
That's who we are. That's an innate feature of a man to explore a world. You remember as a kid how you used to climb on, you used to go to the top of the hill. You got to get to the top of the hill, regardless of how hard it was, and
Yeah.
you might have started out running, then you had to slow down and put your hands on the hill and get up that hill. But your goal was to get up on that hill. And when you got to that hill, what did you do? You threw your hands up like, yes.
Yeah, I did it.
You know what I'm saying? Before Rocky, you like, yes, I did that. And then it came to just learning how to ride a bike. When you first climbed that damn tree, you was trying to get that branch. When you first dunked the basketball, that's a sense. Those are sense of accomplishments. It may not seem big, but to the individual, those are a sense of accomplishments. And I don't think people are around you, because remember, all your friends used to try it, whether they were overweight, skinny, whatever. Everybody in that group tried it because you wasn't fearing anything. Hell, the hardest thing you was to do is really not hurt yourself or get in trouble at home. That was the hardest thing. Other than that, around other men, we would talk you sometime off the ledge, and sometimes we would talk you like, man, don't go out there, don't jump.
Right.
And we would, you know what I'm saying? So I just think that for us, it's the worst thing to do is hold ourselves back. It's the worst thing.
Yeah, and I think you're right. I think we hold ourselves back. Not only that, but we hold ourselves back from right guidance. You know what I mean? Like people could tell us something, and we feel like, well, I'd rather burn the situation. I'd rather lose my way than listen to you, Trey. You know, you got a house, you got a wife, you got a car. Even though I'm on the bus, or some girl driving me around, I'd rather do it that way because I don't want you to say that you was able to. I don't want you to be able to say that you helped me to do anything. And that's so. I don't know why we're like that. We're so silly about that.
I mean, you're right, bro. Clarence, one of the first things I learned working in social services, working in as a counselor and mentor in the schools, is that I had to meet somebody where they were.
Right.
So if I'm meeting you where you were, and I learned quickly, I can't have my expectations for you to be the world champion in 6 days. I talked to you all week. What's going on? Nah. Once I learned early, because I had a great supervisor, and ironically, she was a female.
Right.
Once I learned from her that I have to step out of myself and look back at myself, because I'm gonna be patient with myself. Most of us, even though we may choose to be fucked up, we patient with ourselves.
Right.
We accept it. You know what I'm saying? So once I stepped out and started looking back at me and saying, you know what? Maybe this is my approach. Because you can check your approach. Because some people used to tell me the approach that I had with kids would never work. I always got the best results. Every year when we would line up, because we were doing 50, 60 schools, and they would look at the numbers, I was in the top 3 as far as participants, because I would have between 60 and 100 young men in the school, and I had the worst kids. I was always top 2 as far as grade improvement, because grades was go for D's and F's to A's and B's and C's. They were now passing all their classes.
Wow.
I would have the top rate in parent participation.
Wow.
Because I would always go after the parent. I didn't mind showing up, bringing your kid home from school. I didn't mind showing up at 30 minutes after work or something. I didn't mind that. Because I knew once I connect to the parent, then the parent is going to be more engaging, because I'm not coming in there shoulda, coulda, woulda. I'm just stating what it is, what I need for her to do or him to do to help me get this young man to a better space.
Yeah. And
that's it. I'm always open. Call me. I still get calls. I got a call like 3 weeks ago. Mr. Franklin? I'm like, yeah. I said, ma'am, I've been retired almost 2 years. What? And because she had a son. And by this time I was in the high schools, and her son was acting out. I don't know, teenagers start to get the feeling. They say, I guess he has got a little girlfriend.
Okay, yeah, of course.
And so she called me and said, "No, ma'am, unfortunately, I'm not there." Because the guy, if the kid was around, I would have talked to him.
Right, of course.
And even coworkers, my coworkers used to be mad. Why the kid? I had my last job. This is make it real short. My last job, a lady. She was older than me. We worked in the same position, but no kids wanted to talk to her. She said out loud in front of the kid, "I don't know why them kids always want to sit around your desk. They think you God or something." I said, "Well, if I'm getting the message through him, then this is what it's supposed to be."
Yeah.
And that's all I said. The kids, however, they went in on her. And I'm talking 9 through 12. They went in on her. And I've always approached it the military way. I've always, because I don't tell kids what they should be doing. I let them know that they already are that. You already smart. You already talented. Now go do it. Go display your talent. Go display it. Don't be afraid, because that takes the strong to step outside of what's comfortable and do something that is going to be ridiculed and scrutinized by the people that look like you. Because I always took the mindset, they talked about Jesus, they scrutinized him. Why wouldn't they do it to me? And I'm light skinned, pretty, look good, smell good, strong. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the same reaction I used to get from the kids. Like,
and modest. Right?
Yeah, but I wasn't afraid to look at myself as the joke. I wasn't afraid to say, everybody ain't gonna like you. Go back and I would like a day where everybody went back and pulled up a high school picture. We're gonna see funny looking people.
Yeah.
Funny looking on both sides, men and women. Because you evolve, you grow.
Yeah.
And then
Trey?
that example to show, but they're afraid because everybody's saying, "Don't do it, don't do it, don't leave me. Leave me, no, you can't leave." So I just took that with me around the world, man, and it's always worked. So, and I'm not afraid to listen to other people. I learn from you. I learn from hearing you talk. I can apply it to my tool belt because I got another 40, 50 years I'm trying to do out here. I can something that you said, shown me to help somebody else, then I'm blessed all day, brother.
Same
I
here.
am blessed. I have no regrets.
Same here, man. All right, man. We're gonna start wrapping this thing up, man. Is there anything else you want to say?
Bro, Clarence, you couldn't hear me.
I can still hear you. I can still hear you, Trey. I think you kind of fading in and out, though.
Can you hear?
Yeah, but you kind of fading in and out. Oh man. Just when I was gonna ask him for his closing remarks. Well, while Trey is getting his thing together, man. That's all I wanted to talk about today, y'all. It's just let's think about what God had for us, man. Let's think about what God did for us today. We don't want to start looking more closely at situations that they may at challenges. Like when a challenge come up, right? Like this morning I had a challenge, right? The kid asked me for $1 at the gas station, right? That was a challenge, right? And I was like, nah, get away from me, kid. Away from me. How dare you ask me for money? I was on some bourgeoisie Negro stuff at that point, right? Because I was hurting, man. I was hurting. And I was like, man, I don't feel like dealing with nobody, right? And I was really disrespectful to the young man. I won't say really disrespectful, but I was really spiritually wise. I was very spiritually disrespectful to the young man. And whew, the good thing was that I was tapped into God's way of doing stuff, man. So I knew when I was out of pocket. I knew I was out of pocket like instantly, right? And I had to go make that right. But anyway, man, let me get back to Trey. Trey, you there, brother Trey?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to start wrapping this thing up, man, because I just want to get in and out, man, do something real quick. Then I want you to give me your final words on what God has done for you, how's able to help you, and the blessing that you've been able to give out based on that help.
And that's a unique question. I like that question. I was talking and my phone just hit a bad area. I mean, what he's done for me is, I have to start from the beginning. He gave me two amazing parents, who were always honest with me. He gave me a mom that showed me love through her actions. And he gave me a father that showed me love through hard work and discipline. Although he struggled, he still had enough discipline to give me what I needed. And then, just I've always had good health for the most part. I learned how to treat people. I always felt that my treatment of other people was a part of my blessing. And I used to look back like every time I tried to do something wrong, it would come back to hurt me. But when I realized that's all I need to do is treat people with respect, off the top, regardless young, old, male, female, and just put in the work without trying to cheat, even cheat myself, take advantage of others, then I've always started to get blessings. And I didn't it took me a while to realize that. I think I was probably about 30, 32 after I'd been to college, been to the military. And when I started just focusing on treating people with respect and doing the right thing, regardless of how I felt about it,
right,
then I was able to start attaining the things that I want. I never was chasing money. Never thought like, man, I gotta have this money, this amount, and this, and I can do this. I just started thinking like, well, if I just do what I need to do, then at some point I have a breakthrough. And it's just like setting short-term and long-term goals. I always wanted to complete the job that I was doing in that moment. My grandfather taught me that. And once I started doing that, I started seeing the blessings when I was ready for it. I didn't even buy my first house until I was in my 40s because I didn't want to be in a house by myself. I've always had a car since I bought my first car myself.
right.
I was an entrepreneur growing up. I taught myself how to cut hair, and I used to cut hair throughout the neighborhood, all through the military, making pretty decent money. An entrepreneur and didn't even know it.
Right.
So when I just started focusing on just treating people with the utmost respect, regardless of how people may come at me, I didn't allow my emotions to interfere with what my ultimate goal was. And
Right.
I've been blessed abundantly, man. I'll say, things I've been able to get over the last 10 years or so. And like you said, I'm 56 now, but I retired summers ago. I think I was 54, really. Actually 54. I don't have to work. Money is not an option,
right,
or an issue, and I don't do it. But I still do the work, just in trying to help young people that may be less fortunate to me. And, I can get everything I want,
right.
anything. And I think, I don't know, man. It depends on, who you are in your spirit. I pray to my cousin every day.
Yeah.
So I think we all have the capacity. It's just that when will we, as young men and women of color, step out of our comfort zone and attack it head on? Because the sooner you attack it, the sooner it can get behind you, and then you can go on to the next step. So
Agreed.
Don't be afraid, good people. It's out there for you.
Agreed. All right,
Appreciate
thank
you, Brother Clarence, man.
Oh man, appreciate you too, brother. Please keep on checking in, man, because we need somebody that's kind of been through the system to kind of weigh in sometimes and let us know what it's, you know what I'm saying, what it's like on the business end of that situation, right? We know what's going on with the kids. We can see. I've done many shows where I pulled up the government statistics that show Black kids by third grade, they're behind in almost everything. Right? They're behind in
You're right.
mathematics, definitely. Mathematics,
You're right.
science, mathematics, and just everything. So, but we need somebody on it to show the inside piece. Well, what's actually going on in the classroom, why it's going on. So I appreciate you for that, man. Always bringing that issue up, man.
We can do it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know. You probably went to school when they had the reading circles, when the teacher would put you in a circle and everybody go around and take a turn reading.
I don't even remember, man, but probably.
Oh, okay. No, but that helped you because you saw how your friends read and you're like, oh, I got to read better.
Yeah.
It challenged you. Teachers, but those teachers look like us. So it's just a different teaching. So show up, people. Show up to your kids' school. Just show up, tell them you want to hang out, eat lunch.
Yeah.
Be a safety patrol on the playground, whatever it takes. Just show up and it'll pay itself off.
Yeah. My wife hung out at my granddaughter's school so much they didn't offer her 3 jobs.
It pays off.
3 jobs up there.
Yes, sir.
All right, big brother. Thank you, man, for coming up. Appreciate you, man. All right, that's Trey. I'm gonna bring him down, man. Shout out to Trey, man. Always a good brother, man. Good brother. Solid dude. Solid dude. Shout out to the Great Pill Podcast, by the way. Solid dude. Solid dude. Another solid dude. All right. I just wanted to get in and get out today, man. And this is what we did, man. We talked about what God did for us. What did God do for you? Okay, so you didn't come up today. What did God do for you? You can just think about that in your own head. What did God do for you? What opportunities are you missing because you're not seeing the God in that opportunity, God in that challenge? Right? What blessings are you missing? Right? I'm gonna keep going back to my story from this morning. The young man came out. I went to go get gas. The young man was standing in front of this thing. He didn't say nothing to me on my way in. On my way out, he said something to me. And because I was so messed up with the pain and everything, I took what he said to me as an offense. How dare you ask me for money? You didn't even greet me or say hi or nothing. You just asked me for money. I took it as an offense, right? What we got to understand is our people out here, man, they mentally, they're not right. So they put the cart before the horse. Can I have the money? Right? They mentally are not right. Not no, good morning, how are you? How are you? I'm down on my luck. You think you can help me? They don't do none of that. Especially some of our people that's on drugs, man. The young man might have been on drugs, man. You don't never know, right? Some of these people on drugs. They ain't got time to finesse you. They got to remember they used to be they would at least exchange pleasantries with you, right? Some of these people on drugs, man, they don't have time for that. Do you got the money? Yes or no? Right? But what I wasn't expecting is that this young man had a blessing for me. That's what I wasn't expecting, right? I knew I had something for him, and I was holding it back. God said, what you gonna hold back? What I gave you to give to him? I didn't even know God gave him something to give to me. But see, I didn't recognize that because and it's Y'all, man, y'all would have saw me, man. Y'all would have saw me backpedaling so fast on that one. I was so funny. So, so I ended up giving him the $2. He asked me for $1. I give him $2. What did he give you, Clarence? He gave me the blessing of seeing a little spark of light up in him when I spent the time with him. A little spark of light, right? I remember one time I had a teacher, man. Shout out to Mr. Alvarez. I had a teacher, man. He was a substitute teacher. And I was in the 7th grade, man. I just was not getting how to divide fractions. I just could not get it. And he kept explaining to me. And I went after the class and he kept explaining to me 3 days straight. I didn't get it. But that Thursday, he explained it, man, and it clicked. It clicked. And ever since then, man, Mr. Alvarez would watch me like a hawk. Hey, you getting this? You get this? I said, Mr. Alvarez, I got it now. You made sure I got it. He said, I said, why you keep watching me? Because I'll come to you if I got a problem. He said, okay, I just remember that day when I saw you and I saw the spark light up in your eye. I knew you got it at that point. I saw it. And I guess he said, I guess I'm just looking to make sure that you still got that spark in your eye. But he basically was telling me that's why I got in the game, to see that spark in a kid's eye. That's why I got in the game, right? That's why we in the game, y'all. That's why we became believers, right? We knew being a believer, that comes with some responsibility. That's why we in the game, to see that little spark. Maybe they don't say, oh yeah, I'm on my way. Where's the mosque? Where's the church? Oh, I'm on my way right now, man. I'm gonna go get my whole family and we on our way right now. That's typically not gonna happen, right? What's typically gonna happen is they have a little spark of understanding. They have a little moment of clarity, as the alcoholics say, a moment of clarity. They have a little spark. And then they go back to what they're doing, right? Because sometimes they're not ready to walk away from that life, right? They don't understand. How can they understand how God can work in their lives when they've never seen it? And what I mean, they've never seen it. God has worked in their life, but they have never been to the ability to understand that that's what was actually happening. In their minds, it's just the law of probabilities happen this way. Oh, the law of probability happened like this, and this has happened that way. No. I got one little story, man. We got to do one little story, and then we're gonna call it a day, y'all. Trey said that's why it's important to teach a child for at least 72 hours with patience in life and change. Yeah, man, because Minister Farrakhan said, man, we gotta download all the crap off of these kids, man, from when they go into the public school systems. The public school system, man, it's really not a place for young black men. I think girls do much better there. Young black girls do much better there. But you guys have seen, well, I pulled up the government's numbers. Young black men are last place in math and science. So how do you build a society with math and science? They're doing horrible in almost every subject. They're last. Test scores are last, or if they're not last, they're next to last. It's the same. But we sending them in like something's gonna change. Nothing's gonna change. So instead of them changing the whole situation of how they teach, you know what they do? Build more prisons. Just got to build more prisons. As the distance from the amount of kids that actually understand what's going on in school system, in the public school system, keeps getting bigger, and the amount of kids that don't graduate from high school get bigger. It's obvious those kind of kids are going to turn to crime, right? That just makes sense, right? So they're approaching it from the money-making end. Well, we could just make more money, build more prisons, privately owned prisons, right? There's enough money to go around. There's enough money for state prisons. There's enough money for federal prisons. And there's enough money for private prisons. And that's the answer for our children. That is the answer. That's the United States government's answer for our children. Not that their test scores are low. Therefore, because they chalk it up to IQ. They say the reason why they're not doing well in this environment is because of their IQ. But the reason why they're not doing well in that environment is because they're not set up to do well in that environment. That's the problem. They have a whole different vibrational system. But everybody keep lying to black kids, black men, telling them that, hey, everything's the same. That you don't have no unique issues as a young black male. You do have unique issues. They do. That's why we started the Urban Warrior Academy, man. We started that because why? We want to teach young men, man. There's 8 things they need to know coming straight out of high school. There's 8 things they need to know. 8 things they need. 8 subjects they need to be covered with them, like right now. Or even if they're high school age, say they ain't in high school, they dropped out, but they still need to know this stuff. Maybe if they understand this stuff, they can drop back in and at least get some kind of hardware so they can go out there and get some skills for themselves and put their skills out there on the marketplace. Some of them have been taught by some of our sisters that the government is going to take care of all their needs and dreams. They just got to set the scam up right. Some of them been taught that. But most of our men, man, they're out here, you on your own. You 18 years old. Parents want to throw you out, put you out in the street. You don't know what to do. You ain't got no credit. You ain't got no credit history. How you going to get an apartment? You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no credit history. You need to get around. You ain't got no transportation. Telling you, man, we treat our young black men like we just let them go. I'm not talking about us as grown men, as adult black men. This is time for us to reach back. It's time for us to do the reach back program, man, and just reach back. Each one teach one. So me and my team, we started the Urban Warrior Academy. We want to teach these young men the 8 things they need to know before they walk out of high school to give them a chance of success, a chance at success, a chance at putting together something that they can get to their dreams. Nobody dreams of being a drug dealer. Nobody dreams of being a prostitute. Nobody dreams of being a pimp. Those are things they get socially conditioned to do. But those are another story. Today we're talking about what God has done for you. And God has done a lot for all of us. We can now the question is, what opportunities did we miss? Right? Because we don't want to miss no more opportunities. God is always reverse that. This world has challenges out there, and those challenges have, God can put blessings in those challenges for us if we accept the challenge. A blessing can be brought out of that challenge, right? But sometimes we don't accept the challenge, right? Because we think, oh no, this ain't big enough. This ain't big enough, right? Charleston White, they looking at us and saying, there ain't nobody to talk to. What am I gonna gain from talking to them? Well, we can help you get yourself right. I don't want to get right. I'm getting money. Oh, okay. Brittany Renner. I don't want to get right. I want to get money. Okay, get money. We'll be here when everything falls down. We'll be here. We will be here, right? All the rest of these so-called YouTube bigwigs, right? They could at least come over here and bounce a couple of things off of us, right? But obviously we're not in that ilk where they feel like, hey, how could Clarence ain't got a Maserati in the driveway. Why should I listen to him? He going to work just like the rest of them suckers out there. Why should I listen to Brother Clarence? Why should I listen to Bolo? Why should I listen to Rico? Why should I listen to Von Bryan? For what? These dudes still trying to feed their families. Right? Why should I listen to Trey? It is what it is, right? But family, we got to do what we got to do, man. Our job is we can't push nobody to drink the water. We can just lead them to the water and let them drink. Let them drink. If they're going to drink, they can drink. But we got to lead them to the water. That's our job, right? That's our job. Now, everybody who wants to be nice and they got a nice benzo and they only going to talk to other people with benzos and everything like that, that's cool. But I came for the unrighteous. I came not for the righteous, but I came for the unrighteous. That's who I came for. Me and Bolo, we laugh about this all the time, right? I keep telling him, I said, brother, we don't have the luxury of the ones that's gonna go just sit in the pews. They're just gonna go sit in the pew and say, okay, preacher, okay, imam, okay, you teach me. Okay, rabbi, teach me. That's somebody else's job. We got the ones that's in the gutter. Those are our people. Those are the ones we got to go get. Those ones that's laying in the gutter. He said, I know, brother. I know. He said, I just get sometimes, just get a little upset. I said, I know, me too. But that's the work we was called for. Because our people are in a mess. They're a mess. And they think they winning because they got money in the bank and they got a nice suit on and they got a Jaguar in the driveway, a Maserati in the driveway. They think they winning. And when you compare it to other lost souls, they might be winning, right? According to the devil's scoreboard, yeah, y'all winning. According to the devil's scoreboard, y'all winning. But are you? Are you really winning? I came to bring you happiness, and happiness is following the Lord, following his plan for you. And the happiness includes some struggle. But Clarence, I'm struggling. How can I be happy when I'm struggling? I don't know. Ask Jesus. I don't know. Ask Noah. I don't know. Ask Moses. Ask Adam. I don't know. I just know that when you're doing this work and you struggling in it, the happiness is in the struggle. The fact that you know that God is with you on that struggle. Yea, I walk through the valley of the shadow of darkness, I shall fear no evil, because God, thou art with me. You know that God's walking with you, right? That's where your happiness is supposed to be. That's where your happiness is the togetherness with him, no matter what the situation, right? They didn't say, yea, though I'm walking on the bank of the ocean, fish are jumping out of the water into my net. Oh boy, God is with me. You don't see that, right? You already figure God's with you when something like that's happening. But just like you know God is with you when good things are happening, you got to know God ain't no person that's going to turn and run and leave you like your friends will. You going through something? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of darkness, I shall fear no evil, because why? Thou art with me. See, it's how it's your perspective, how you look at it. Right? Remember that poem, Footsteps, right? Man was looking over his whole life, man, and he saw places where it was only one set of footsteps. And he said to God, man, he said, man, you left me at this point. You left me, there's only one step of, there was 2 sets, and then it's only 1 set. He said, at these points, I was walking by myself. You left me. What God tell him? He said, no, that ain't when I left you. That's when I carried you. I was carrying, those are my footsteps that ain't left. I was carrying you through this. How you think you got through that? But see, it's our perspective. We've been taught, ain't nobody doing nothing for you unless you can put it in my hand, put it in my pocket. Unless you can put it in your pocket, ain't nobody doing nothing for me. Ain't nobody doing nothing for me. Really. We got to get a new perspective, y'all. And so those of us that believe, that truly, truly believe, we believe in the Lord of the universe, man, we got to say to ourselves, okay, look, we might not get everybody, man. We might not get many, but we wasn't asked to get many. We was asked them to show them where the road is, where the road starts. That's all. I'm just sent to show you this is where the road starts. How do you know where the road starts? Because I've been on the road, and I'm here because of this road. I followed this road, and I'm still on this road. And it starts whenever you decide you're going to start walking. There ain't no big boom. There's no big explosion. There's no balloons that fall out of the sky. Nothing happens. It's you recognizing that you want to start your life over and have it more constructive and productive. And you just say, hey, yesterday was the last day I was a hypocrite. I'm not going to be a hypocrite no more. And you just start. And you fall down, but you get up. And you fall down, and you get up. And you fall down, and you get up. But after a while, you start falling down less. You start falling down less. And you start walking. It's like when you learn how to walk. It's just like when you learn how to walk. When you learn how to walk, you fall down, you get up, you fall down, and finally you walk across the floor, right? Next thing you know, you walking and turning around. I see you, Pagoda. Hold on, Pagoda. I see you turning around. And then, you turn around and you walk, and then you touch the bed and you turn around and walk again. But that's how you learn to walk, right? But if we don't continue to keep on practicing how to walk, you keep crawling. You be crawling right now. But what do? When you fall down, they pick you up and let you walk again and keep picking you up and keep picking you up. That's God. God keeps picking you up and picking you up. You fall down on trying to have the discipline to live the kind of life that is going to be the best for you. You probably fall down, right? But he picks you up, give you the strength to stand back up. Fall down, and then you fall down less, and you walk a little farther, and you walk a little farther, till you walk a long time without being picked up. Right? Family, we gotta change our perspective. All right, Pagoda. I'm closing up, Pagoda, but I'm gonna let you get a little statement out here, and then I'm gonna get you. I gotta boot you out of here, Pagoda.
You want to boot me out? What?
Because I'm closing up, man. That's why I got to say. I'm closing up.
Well, I did, at least I listened to all of your chat, or at least some of it.
Well, we're glad to see you.
It's Purim today, or at least this week.
Yes, very important. Very important. What do you think about that?
About what? About God?
No, about the holiday that you just talked about.
It's very sad today, unfortunately.
Okay. And so, what holiday was it you said again?
Purim.
Purim. Okay. And this
You know,
holiday
when we
represents.
put customs, you know, I got a custom of somebody from the Bible.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Who?
You want it?
Oh boy. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
some kind nice character from the
Oh,
Bible.
I don't think you're supposed to have that costume, Pagoda. I think you got the wrong costume.
Actually, that is not my custom. It's just part of something that I picked. But my original custom was of some serial killer. So
Was it
I
what?
don't think that you want to see that stuff.
Okay. We'll
Yeah,
go
but
real quick.
one thing I can tell you that people weigh 70% of. There is a drop of in Arab costumes, but some in some 70%.
Yeah, I'll bet.
And way
I mean,
less fireworks.
what's going on now? I bet. All right, I'm gonna give you real quick, man. You gotta give me whatever statement you want to make, and then I'm gonna drop you down, man.
Okay, just want to say to you hello, and what I can say. I want to first of all happy Ramadan Kareem. First of
Thank
all,
you, Ramadan Mubarak. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
what is Ramadan Mubarak?
Means have a happy Ramadan.
Yeah,
Ramadan
so
Kareem,
I
yeah.
know from what I know, it's happy Ramadan is Ramadan Kareem.
No, but Ramadan Kareem is have a peaceful Ramadan, and have a happy
Okay.
Ramadan is Ramadan Mubarak.
Well, have peaceful Ramadan anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not. At least I'm at least okay, and I wish to all of your guests good holidays, wherever you are or whatever you do.
Same to you, Pagoda. Same to you, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. All right, brother. I'm gonna pull you down, man.
See you. Ciao.
All right. Ciao. All right, man. That's Pagoda, man. Hey, man. Just your prayer, just to make sure that the brother's okay, right? Even if you disagree with his political stance or whatever, just thank God that the brother's okay, and we can always come and talk about the situation, man. One thing I got to give Pagoda, man, got balls. He's willing to talk about some of these issues that a lot of people ain't willing to, they don't even want to talk about it. But at least Pagoda will listen to the other side. He's you know what I'm saying? Of course, he's going to look at it from his way. He's been taught since he was a baby, this is this. So, it's going to be difficult for him to let go of some of that. But, at least the brother's alive. We can at least talk to him and say, hey, look, brother, we don't agree with this, or we do agree with this, or whatever. Shout out to Pagoda, man, keeping himself, alive and well out there, man. Appreciate you for checking in, Pagoda. All right, man, I got to get out of here, man. All right, so today we have Pagoda and Trey on the show. Both of them did an outstanding job, man. Very solid performances by both people. Pagoda, very solid performance. Trey, very solid performance. Oh, yeah, Sister Annie on the show. Very solid performance from Sister Annie. Very solid, very strong. As always, all our people, man. Trey, Pagoda, Annie, all of them, man. They always are strong, right? Pagoda started out, a little rocky, right? But he's getting there, man. You know what I'm saying? At least one thing I got to give Pagoda, man, he shows respect to other people. Man, he may not agree with you, or he may not, but at least he's learning how to be respectful to other trains of thought. Shout out to Pagoda for that one. All right, let's see. What about the chat? The chat was where it's at today, man. No problems, never no problems. We got recently in the chat, man. Very seldom do we have some issue in there, man, because Risa is, quick on the draw, man, and I think most of the trolls that would even come this way respect her, and when they see her there, they just like. Plus, I got just in case somebody was to get past Risa, I still got other mods down there that'll take you out as well. Vaughn and Annie and all the rest of them, man, they'll take you out. So, you know what I'm saying? Just be pleasant, and we can do whatever, right? All right, y'all. What has God done for you? Think about that. Go home and think about it, man. I gave you 2 stories. Oh, I was gonna do this other story. I'm gonna have to do this story later because I wanted to give Wagoda some time just to at least check in. All right, so we'll do the story later, and we might do something this week, y'all. No, I go back to work Monday. I go back to work tomorrow, so we'll see how things go when I go back to work, and we'll see what happens, y'all. All right, y'all. Until then, man, thank y'all for checking in and staying. Everybody who stayed the whole time, appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all the next time. Peace.